Hello, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Saturday. Happy July. Happy Canada Day. I'm wearing my most Canadian shirt, which is the one with the moose on it from the Ontario Wildlife Foundation. I would have done red and white, but I don't have any. And then I thought about painting my nails red and white, and then I thought, it's only Canada Day today, and nail polish lasts the whole week. Good afternoon, Hazel and chat. Happy Canada Day. I want to see you buying stuff, Hazel. Also, hello. Good morning, Hazel and chat. Good morning. It is Traders Travelers Log Day, and I am making I was going to say flesh and blood, an ink and paper plan, because what normally happens is I just set off willy-nilly, and I'm like, I'm just going to do stuff until it's done. And then I get most of the way there, and then I get halfway through like 5 things, and it's a mess. So what I'm going to do is I'm just looking through the stuff and I'm picking out the things that feel reasonable and like they would be fun for me that I can do on one stream. And then I'm writing them down with a little checklist on my papers. So I'm basically just going to pick a plan and then commit to it. That's pretty easy. We're going to say profession quest because it's all account-wide, so you can use alts. So far, I've got crafting orders for 200 points, 3 crests for 150 points, researchers under fire, 150 points for doing creatures during that. The crafting quest is going to be worth 100 points. Let me see. 15 dragon races in Zerolite Caverns. That's like quite a few of them. Maybe we're not going to worry about that one. New Dragon Day. Last month I didn't even try to complete. By the second day, 80% done. Sure, the Goblin event helped a bunch. Open the chest, got the 500, but they don't show in the travel point. New Dragon Day. Yeah, so I'm thinking of adding 25 raid bosses. Doesn't have to, that could include Nighthold runs. That could include Nighthold clears. So I'm kind of thinking about adding that to my list. There's also earning honor and doing non-skirmish arena matches, and I'm wondering if I can double dip on that. I mean, 7,500 is kind of a lot of honor, but I was wondering if I could double dip on that. Or at least do this one in solo shuffle. I'm wondering if a single queue of shuffle counts as 1 match or 6. Although winning 10 would mean queuing for a while, but that would also get me done with my shuffle for the week because I haven't done shuffle in like 2 weeks. And if I keep this up much longer, then I'm going to feel like I've quit. Is it still possible to get the alpaca map? Yep, there's alpacas you can still get. Clearing Nighthold Tomb of Sarg. Tomb of Sarg? I can't do that until I've got my Nighthold map. World Quest and Quest double dip. Yeah. Let me see here. We're at 500, 600. Of 1,400, they've boofed it. It's bigger for summer, so I'm going to need a bunch of stuff. Pet battles is pretty easy. And then if I combine that, you could do pet battles. Well, that's all of those Drainer pet tamers is kind of annoying. Let's look at the pet battles section, shall we? You could do complete all of the quests. Do you have to do all of them? Yeah, you have to do all of them. So that would mean waiting for them to all be up, which is kind of Complete a pet. Oh, you could do a pet dungeon. You could do a pet dungeon, and that would probably include the 15 pet battles. But it would be a pet dungeon. That would take how long does that take? A minute? Especially when you lost all of your strategies because you wiped your rematch teams. I'm going to say 15 pet battles just as is. Because we can do just like wild pet battles as well for that. And that's for 200 points. Wailing Cavern isn't bad. I'm just too lazy to set up my teams again for it. Like, I know I have the pets to do. I've done it a million, well, not a million times, but it feels like a million times. I ended up caving and buying the Ever-Living Spore. I would have to re-import my teams and then reassign them all scripts. And the team import's not so bad because you can do that in mass from Zufu, but the scripts you have to attach individually, and that's a big pain in the butt. All right, crafting orders is a plan. Crafting quest is a plan. Personal crafting orders will also help because the crafting orders I have are also personal. So that's going to be another 100 points. Personal. I can double dip on that. Because you can just personal order yourself. I think Flappy should have sent me some. There's firelights in dungeons raids. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm tempted to go just catch fish in Draenor. What else are we saying here? Anything else? 2, 3, 500, 600, 800, 9 of 1,400. Okay, we're going to need more. I wonder if I should just commit to... Yeah, we'll commit to the raid bosses. 25 raid bosses, because that double dips with the Nighthold farming that I wanted to do already. If anything, I could just start by clearing the raid on the character that doesn't have the skip yet. I think actually my hunter still needs one more full clear for the skip. So that's for 250. 5 mythic plus, 15 mythic plus, dungeon bosses, raid bosses. Obviously, complete 1 WOD time walk. That hasn't started yet. If I just chilled and waited, I could get this done kind of passively over like the week and I wouldn't really notice it. But I want to do it all right now. Let's see. Dark Moon Fair. Dark Moon Fair, cheer at the bands. It's only 50 points. Auction House Dance Party / disagree on July 22nd. Happy Canada Day. Happy Canada Day, everybody. Let's see here. Hazel, you aren't getting the Dragonriding Mount today. Scarlet, why not? Are you naysaying? Is this your naysayer arc? Emote / sniff it mirror. Oh, that's actually pretty easy. So we can... Because I just wanted something to fill out a 50 point. Sniff, mirror it. And that's 50. Is there anything specifically about doing a dig? Oh yeah, loam rep actually. That's easy. That's free. Because I'll get that for doing research with Underfire. So, loam rep. Because I'll do that on an alt and they'll get all 1500 in one big go. So that's 100 points. The Titan parts would be good if I got 5 of them, but I probably won't do that. I could do it at World Boss, actually. That's reasonable. World Boss for 100. What else are we saying? 15 dragon races would be doing like 7 alts. It would make me some gold. You know, it would be pretty reasonable for money. Fight off excited fans at a snail race. Use the disco toy. Where? I have that. Beldraken and either Stormwind or Orgrimmar. Well, that's easy. Sure. Disco. I have that. That's for 50 points. All right. Let me grab my calculator and see what my plan is up to. I'm writing it all down in my notebook because I just need a checklist. I need a checklist that I've committed to ahead of time. So let me see. Oh, no, that's not how we do this. This is why I'm not an accountant. 200 plus 300, 300, 300, 200. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, I didn't actually need the disco. And I don't need the PvP if I do all of this. Okay, off and away. Just gatekeeping. Didn't go to school for math. Same. Honestly, same. All right, so starting things off, I should have some crafting orders that I can make for just bolts of wielder cloth. Perfect. All right. I have all the stuff, and also they're providing all the stuff. What you working on? I am trying to get the trading post bar for July filled all in one day because I want the mount that, I want to shop, don't get me wrong. I also want to shop for the things that are in the trading post itself, but I want the mount that you get for doing the bar. And it can dragon ride. And I don't want to say I'm bored of my dragon riding mounts, but I'm bored of my dragon riding mounts. So I want a new one. If they're going to give me one, then I want it. All right, so there's that. I can also actually pick up weekly profession quests, like just while I'm here, if I don't have them already anyway. Because it's Tuesday, right? No, it's not Tuesday. It's Saturday. It's not a weekly reset. That might complicate things. Not too much, but I need to remember. I was thinking, well, where are my profession quests? Oh, you already did them. Nether drakes are neat. They were the first rep I went after when I joined the game. Crafting. No. Morgoth's Heir, thank you very much for the 6-month resub. Happy Saturday, cutie. Happy half of your resub. Joined in late Wrath. Got the Nether drakes just before the launch of Cataclysm. I did something. I feel like I actually, when Kata came out, I was playing Kata, but I did something similar. I made myself work through some of the Burning Crusade like reps. I knew it was too late to like do the raids, but I had some idea that I purchased Burning Crusade because at the time I didn't even battle chest it. I bought each expansion one at a time when I first started playing. I was like, I paid for the Burning Crusade. I'm going to play it. So before I purchased Wrath, because I was still on the fence about whether or not I was going to play WoW, before I purchased Wrath, I just hung around in Outland while everybody else was busy in Northrend. You know, doing like Sporagar rep and doing Skyguard rep and doing Netherwing rep. So there's that. Okay. We're happy with that. We are now, having done that, 150 points in. So we got 200 for doing crafting. We have 300 points in. We got 200 for doing crafting orders. And then I should have gotten another 100 for doing personal work orders. Let me look at this. Professions, unless I'm mistaking. Crafting and personal crafting. Maybe I just misunderstood how much they were worth. Worst case scenario, we just go catch some fish in Draenor at the end of this. So I'm going to check off crafting orders and personal crafting orders. Do I have the stuff to make some crests? I sure have some on me. I've got some Whelpling crest fragments. If I do this 3 times. There we go. That's the job done. That's another 150 points. Theoretically, 450. Yeah. I'm not going to stress too much about the math. We'll get there eventually. Profession quests. I think I might want to log on to my hunter. And I think this is who I'm going to do Researchers Under Fire on as well, because I don't think I've done it yet this week on this character, so she can still do it and get the rep. One of my characters can go sniff at Mirret in a sniff and seek too. Yeah, I was thinking a couple full Nighthold clears for the raid bosses one, because you know it's Saturday. We got to go say hi to our buddy Gul'dan. Now that I've inked my plan down, though, I am going to deviate from it in no way. I'm sticking to it. My thing when I'm going grocery shopping, and this is kind of similar to this situation, but also not at all, is that I have discovered and identified why. Well, one of the reasons why I get so stressed if I'm in a store grocery shopping. Like, sometimes it's fine, but a lot of the time I just hate it and I reach a certain point and I just have to leave. Even if it means that I didn't get everything that I came for. And I realized that the thing that was making me hate grocery shopping was I cannot make decisions on the fly about the list. I need to have the list ready before I go. And then I can, while I'm in public, you know, in the scary place, I can follow my list and I can do step A, B, and C. But if you ask me to remember if I have sour cream in my fridge at home and whether or not I should purchase them now because it's on sale, and do you think I'm going to use more? Not happening. I've discovered that is outside of my range of skills. So I am a much happier camper if I just figure anything and everything out before I leave, and then if I don't have it planned, I don't worry about it. You know, if it wasn't important enough for me to think about it at home, then I must not need it. Bubble Poppy. We're gonna go get 10 of these, 8 of these, because she just has gathering professions, so these quests should be pretty easy. I have something in my mouse pad. That mug is amazing. My hunter mug? What did I put her in? I gave her... I think this is this tier? Is this like the current tier? Let me see. Yeah, this is Ashen Predator. I just took the helmet off. This is a normal difficulty hunter tier from the current raid. Okay, it's a Draenei with a ram. You like my sheep? His name is Hampshire. Alright, so we were looting the bubble poppy from the mailbox. Am I mining as well? What are my professions? Yeah, herb mining, so I can get a mining quest. My mouse is acting up a little bit here. That's no good. Let me see if I can turn on my mouse driver and jolt it into behaving. Always given to impulse buying because FOMO. Yeah, I do still sometimes impulse buy, but if I have to try and remember what I do or don't already have in terms of restocking, it's no good. Or like if I'm considering impulse buying something that would need me to also get other things, that can get out of hand real quick too. Okay, so you take that, and that's going to be 1, and then we're going to go do the mining one too. Tired, easily abused today. I know, I love that feeling. I know that feeling. Hopefully you can take it easy today. Rousing Earth. Alright, I will go gather some for you. The old-fashioned way. Just don't look this way. me pulling it from the earth with my hands the way that you intended. Definitely exactly what you had in mind. Sometimes I can't tell if my mouse is a little bit off or if it's just my brain that's like broken. You ever like kind of lagging in Raid after a really long day and you can't tell if you're actually lagging or if you're just really tired? So that should have been, unless it's doesn't count for gathering professions. Let me see, professions. Weekly, crafting quests. All right, okay, all right. Never mind then for that. I'll get back on her in 10 minutes to do researchers. In the meantime, who needs to do crafting quests? I bet you Crinkle can do a blacksmithing one, and then my other hunter can do a leatherworking one. That'll work. If you're considering it, it's not impulse buying. Like that thinking. Listed the key to being organized and avoiding impulse buying. Yeah. I just yeah, I get a little bit, I get overwhelmed easily, I think, especially in grocery stores. Maybe that's just because that's one of the only places I go, but like there's so many things and there's usually other people that you're moving in and out of and everything has a lot of words on it and it's just, I don't know, I think I just need to think less, which is much easier said than done. What am I doing? I'm doing a blacksmithing quest. I'm gonna go do a blacksmithing quest. It's like everything is a decision. That's mining, isn't it? Yeah, that's mining. This is blacksmithing. This is gonna help me. Yeah, sometimes you need a little less brain. What if I don't buy the best relish? What if there was a different mustard that would have been a better mustard that I could have done instead? Ceravite repair hammers. Do I have the mats for those on me? No. Repair hammers. Oh, it's just like ceravite ore though. I'll just get a little bit of that. We need, what are we saying? 24 minus 6, 22. Actually, I can just search here and it should, I mean, I could also just buy the stuff, but here, we'll get 22 of that. 10 gold. We can do that. I'm gonna unplug my mouse and plug it back in. If I can remember which cord it is. I wrote everything through cable management at my desk, and it's great except for the part where I can't tell which one's coming from where. Whoa. All right, that one's that one. Okay. Got inspired by your night owl runs to do my own runs. Rarity achievement pop up a mythic Goldan. I am the not so sure proud owner of the golden Hearthstone card, Lord Jiraxis. I think that's pretty proud. I think that's pretty good. I don't think I have one of those. All right, we got researches under fire starting in 10 minutes. I have some ceravite repair hammers to make first. Did it work? You have to sniff while on a dig. This is true. I do have to do that. I don't know if I'll do that before researchers, because it's gonna take me a minute to get the 3, 6. Oh, I can't. Well, it's a good thing I multi-crafted, so that helped. But I can't. I'm just gonna buy the last one. I can't count. I thought I only needed 3 of those for some reason. Ceravite repair hammer. Yeah, just give it. Just give. I got 700 gold to burn apparently. Any class reworks coming to the patch you're looking forward to? Mages are finally being cured of the rune of power talent. Oh, congratulations. I'm not that fired up about augmentation. I think it looks neat, but I'm not really gonna play it. It seems like an other people problem. I'm the kind of person that finds out about class reworks when I log in after the patch, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta spend my talent points again, man. And then, yeah, I don't think about it a whole lot. Okay, we're gonna do this. And then I'm gonna make sure that counted, because I'm pretty sure it should have. Professions, weekly crafting quest, 1 or 2, good, okay. Let's see if we can speedrun the leatherworking one. Assuming I didn't already do it. Time's a bit a bit oofy. Air quality is bad today. Looks like I'll have to stay in all day. Cool to transform into Jiraxis. Is that what the card does? I guess I didn't know. I don't have the toy. I guess I don't know what it does. Leatherworking services. That's not. They want you to craft something. So what would you like me to make? You're the leatherworking guy. Yeah. You want me to make floral baskets. Sure. Or I could purchase some floral baskets. That would be fine too. I have a half-leveled... Yeah, I'm gonna buy them. I'm just lazy. I have a half-leveled leatherworking. I don't remember. Oh, it was just because I was trying to level this character. That's right. I don't think I have any intentions of actually doing any leatherwork. 2,000 gold. How much are dense hides? Because I think I would need 4 of those and then maybe like... These markups are unreasonable. Yeah, give me more of that than I need. Sub Juicer, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Arena Power has been a curse for 10 plus years. It's going to be nice not having it anymore. Better than crossbows, I guess. I'm afraid I won't know where to stand without a circle on the ground. You're just wandering around the boss arena, just lost. All right. 1 of these. 2 of these. Da-da-da. And that should give me... Yeah, there we go. Weekly crafting quest for the Traveler's Log. Very good. Okie dokie. Let's go take my other hunter down to researchers so we can get ready for that. That's worth a little bit. And that'll do researchers and loam rep. I'm going to take the profession quest 1 off my list. Hi, kitty cat. When did you get here? Hello. Good morning. Treated myself to the sun-warmed fur line. It's too cute. I can't take it. Wish we could keep them after we make them. Oh, the stuff that you turned in for the quest. I want to... No, maybe you meant something else. I'm going... Oh yeah, she's going to have to full clear Nighthold again. We'll do that after researchers. So yeah, take me downstairs. And I'll look for start looking for a group. It's a few minutes early. Yeah, it's a few minutes early. Hazel, I think this month's trading post is the first time we see some of the previous month's items return. Went to check, saw that I already had the shield, fist weapon, and shirt. It's kind of exciting, right? It's kind of like hope that it won't be years and years before you see... I mean, repeats, I guess, could get boring if you have everything, but as somebody that has felt a little starved of currency to buy all the stuff that I wanted, I think it's exciting to feel like I could reach a point where I'm like, not caught up, but a little bit caught up. Bit of a relief. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. Hi, Hazel. Hello. How are you doing today? Chilling out with a new tune today. Decided I want to get Lore Master, so I rolled human. Working our way through the Eastern Kingdoms now. Very nice. Spend a bit more of my tender, knowing that it's not always new things. Yeah. I'm excited to be getting more tender this month. I haven't run the numbers to figure out if I can afford everything I want. I'm hoping so. I think I'm very much helped out by the fact that I already have the Spectral Tiger Cub. I have had this for a long time. That's the TCG pet. So I've got that already. I already have Tyrael's Charger, so that's fine. I want the mount that I froze. I want the Fell Crystal Scorpion, and I want that staff. And I think I should be able to afford all of those. Well, yeah, with 1,400 tender, I think I should be able to afford all of those things. I'm not going to have a wild amount left over. If I can indeed. I might be a little bit under. I might have to freeze the staff. I'm not going to have a crazy amount left over, but I will. It'll be better than it has been. You know how you like to say that you're rich because gold? TIL. I'm tender rich. How much tender do you have? Have you been stockpiling? You've been saving up?
What can I do for you? Safe travels.
Okay. We're gonna look for researchers. Find a group. Yeah. Starting in just a couple minutes. 3,500! I'm picky. Oh! Sure you want the staff? Yeah, I like getting Mog from the trading post whenever it's something that I like. And mostly the Mog is stuff that I'm kind of whatever on. So whenever I see something that I like, I try to make sure that I get it because it's, because I use it, you know? The swashbuckling transmog set that I got, oh, whatever month that was, I've been putting that on all kinds of characters. Gift card order, thank you for the 30-month resub. I have to buy the 2 cloak recolors every month. I'm glad that I'm not similarly afflicted. I'm sure they're beautiful. I'm sure they look great in your characters, but it is saving me a bit of tender to not be too worried about the cloak mugs. Doing that has caused people to miss mounts before. Yeah, but if I miss a mount, I miss a mount. I don't feel like nothing about the trading post feels life or death to me. I don't think anything's ever going to happen where I'm actually genuinely bummed out. It's just, you know, is the play the game and get the pretty things. The fun thing about shopping is buying the things that you want. It's like getting a gift card for your birthday and the person tells you, don't get something that you would have gotten anyways. Yeah, like get something that you would not normally get because it's a gift and that's the point. You know, they there's something about that makes life a little special. What am I doing? I mean, based on how big this group is, I'm probably lagging, isn't it? Or at least I'm going to be. So, well, we'll do it. Does she have enough? She is loam. Oh, because you know what? Because I got max loam rep on my main, I'm actually going to be getting the full rep bonus. I'm going to be getting a rep bonus, even though I'm past 10 or whatever. I'll be good. Ironically, the cloak mogs are the ones I always get. They're cheap and so vibrant. I like the costumey stuff, and I like funny little weapons, like either simple nice ones or funny little ones, like the bucket offhand mog. I have yet to mog it, but I adore the bucket. I bought the bucket. It was like 50 tender or something like that. And I have, like I said, I've yet to mog it, but apparently I keep talking about it. Came back and buy the cloak. Glad it's purple this month. The fun ones are also great. I am glad that I have like a cloak and hood set that's kind of similar to those from the Diablo treasure goblins. I feel like that's pretty nice. So if I want to wear them on some character, I've got at least one. And I like the gray color. It's spooky. The trading post is out? Yeah, it's July. Happy July. Hi. Hello. Big benefit to doing researchers in a group. It basically guarantees that you're going to get the rank 4 gift, which gives a piece of... I usually get a piece of champion loot and then like a pretty big rep token plus more coins. If you're getting the rank 4 gift anyways, then I wouldn't worry about it too much, but I always just join a group so that I don't have to, you know, stress myself to get the best bag. He needed a pink sword. Is there a pink sword? I need to look at it again. YouTube watcher, haven't seen it in a long time. Like the hair? Oh, thank you. I'm, as I like to say, well, actually, I'm not that scruffy right now. I like to say I'm scruffy, but I'm not all that scruffy. I just trimmed it. Kitty cat, are you scruffy? No. You're pretty. This is 2/3 of a cat. On the trading post, a one-handed one. The Sentinel shield that was in last month's trading post inspired me to make a Night Elf Prot Warrior. I'm gonna have to use some of these mogs. I don't know why I'm so much more inspired to use the trading post mogs. I don't know if they look different than the regular mogs that you get from the normal game, or if it's just that I have so many mogs from the normal game that I don't really consider them. I don't really think about them. Whereas when you get a trading post mog, you know, you just spend tender on that. So it's like a little bit more front of mind and it's a little easier to think about what kind of character you might put it on. It would be perfect for Night Flame. You'll know what I mean when I see it. Yeah, I'll have to look at that. I might need that. Night Flame, I mean, at some point he's going to switch to using Warglaives. At some point he'll be a Warglaive boy. But I do kind of like him with his 2 matching little skinny swords. Trimmed your hair, looks nice. Oh, thanks. I did kind of a funny job on what I call my wheel wells, where I'm trimming it around my ears, but you can't really tell unless you're really up close and staring at it. That's what I keep telling myself. How's your day? Been looking forward to seeing you stream. Pandalicious. Day's been good so far. I dragged myself out of bed and I got out for a run, and I was glad that I did because it was beautiful outside. I've got keys that I'm going to do later today after lunch off stream. I might try, if we're lucky, we might get another portal done, might get a 20 timed. What else? Oh yeah, I'm going to clean today. It's Saturday. And I'm going to try and do some cleaning. And then it's also July 1st, so I've got some beginning of the month stuff to do too. Big day. Big Saturday. It's Canada Day, but I'm celebrating with the moose shirt. That's about it. You're finally playing a demon hunter? He's level 60 already. The experience buff is nuts. I got him to 59.5 yesterday on stream, and then I did a random dungeon yesterday evening while waiting for my frozen pizza to finish cooking in my oven. I did a random dungeon. So he's 60 now. I was leveling, my plan was to just level as Havoc and just kind of DPS in questing and quest through my normal routes. But then I was lured and converted by tank queues. And he's kind of been tanking. I've been Demon Hunter tanking against every odd. Got my AOTC yesterday. Super excited. Congratulations. My pet is missing. That is true. Not this one. This one's fine. Yay. Hamster, have you been taunting? Turn off your taunt. You don't need to tank anything. Tank keys can do that. Havoc main, but Vengeance is close enough. Yeah, you know, instead of I-beam, you get mouth beam. I'm just winging it in the purest possible way, which I've been kind of enjoying. It's fun to play a class that you don't really know anything about without a whole lot of pressure to learn it, because every button that you press is a surprise. You never quite know what's gonna happen. What does this one do? Oh yeah, that's about right. I'm gonna take this one. Maybe not. Do I have a rock? No, that's okay. Instead of I-beam, you get bad breath. That's what I say when I do anything to my hair myself. Doesn't matter unless you're up close. I trimmed my own bangs for years and years because I couldn't be bothered, or I couldn't afford to go get them done every like 2 weeks like they needed. They grew pretty fast, so I have especially if your hair's like a little bit curly, I've gotten used to just being like, well, it's not uneven, it's just having a day, and then if it's uneven, you just do it different next time. I'm not great at cutting my hair, but I'm okay. You know, I get better every time. By the time I'm like 50, I'm gonna be a wizard. You know, people will travel from at least 22 minutes away for me to shave their heads. They'll make pilgrimages to come see me. And I shall make them bald and then supply them with snacks and baked goods. I'm just trying to plan for my retirement. Yeah, research is under fire for trading post points, both because it's going to give me Niffin rep, and then also because it's going to there's an objective for killing 50 creatures as well. Blessed by the holy clipper of Hazel. I like snacks and baked goods. I like baking, and I need to remind myself of that whenever I'm feeling lazy. There's two versions of me, and one of them loves doing things and is perpetually in awe of the world and is just having a great time no matter what, seemingly. And it's just an endless font of energy and ideas, and I like her. But sometimes she gets tired, and then I become the slug. And the slug doesn't want to do anything. The slug just lays down and thinks. That's pretty much what the slug does. The slug does not bake. The slug will maybe buy ingredients with which to bake and then go, I'm going to want to bake something sometime. And then, you know, meanwhile, the fruits, the butter and the vegetable shortening and the flour all keeps. But if you got any fruits to bake with, you got to kind of use those, you know, in a timely manner. Already almost bald, but can I still get the snacks? Superhero name will be the Embaldiner. Slug mode for 10 years, son help. Oh, man. If I ever figure out the secret to toggling between the modes at will, because I could understand, you know, it not being realistic or reasonable to be in go mode 100% of the time. I don't need my body to do anything, like, unreasonable. But like you, I also get stuck in slug mode for longer than I probably need to recover. And it's usually like an external event that kicks me out of it. So if I ever gain that power for myself, I'll let you know. Too lazy to bake with fruit. You can eat the fruit on its own. I got Granny Smith apples to bake like an apple pie or a tart or something with, because the sour ones are good for baking. But and you can eat them and they're yummy when you eat them, but they're so sour. Really tart fruit is a tough one for me. My cheeks hurt just thinking about it. Level 10 Shadow Priest ready to go. Was thinking of tanking on a Pala. Oh, chat, Hazel, Mage, Main, Hunter, Evoker. What should I start leveling next? Oh yeah, no, the Shadow Priest for sure. The Shadow Priest is so fun. Tanking also good. Tanking also good, but I would take advantage of the buff and do a priest. I'm in love with Shadow Priest this patch. I've had some years of time with Shadow Priest, casually mostly, but this is the most fun version I've seen since the glory days of the old-fashioned void form. You're in trouble with those. Apples keep for a while in the fridge though, so I do have some time. I had some berries, but I ate those. I just ate them. I put them on a cracker with some brie and some fruit. No, the berries were the fruit. Brie and some cracker and cracker, cheese, fruit. Yeah, no, that was it. Those were the three things. The berries were really juicy, so I was putting them on the crackers with chopsticks so I didn't stain my fingers. Weren't you a semi-pro S-priest at one time? I mean, it depends on your definitions. Nobody's ever paid me to be a shadow priest. I've never been like sponsored for my sick shadow priesting, but I was a shadow priest raiding main for years. I didn't raid mythic, but I would raid heroic and whatever. That's the best. Thinking about a second shadow priest this time. Previously didn't want to. Yeah. You can always do more. I have two of them. I have a gnome and now I have an undead. And I have a feeling it won't be the last either. It won't be the end of it. I always die in this one. I wonder why. I wonder if I'm just running into swirls or something. The worm is usually where I fall. McTaser 2, thank you for the 42-month reset. Thanks for the enjoyable streams. Hope to see many more. Aw, cheers. Gotten paid in-game gold. In-game for PI. I always joke about having people bribe me for it, but I've never actually taken bribes. It's purely a favoritism game. I will PI the correct PI target during progression rating, and I will PI my friends otherwise. Or I'll sprinkle it out amongst the people so that everybody gets a chance with it. But I mostly just PI Flabby. on my mage alt, I just macroed the name of Flabby's alt that I've been doing dungeons with into my PI so that I don't have to worry about like finding my target or anything like that. The macro will always PI Flabby's mage. Goblin and a Void Elf, both named Cheesecake. Guy in my previous raid group jokingly attempted to trade me 10k before first poll said PI me. Told him to pay me after as a joke, and he did. Always okay to have multiple priests, hunters, druids, mages. I don't have any mages yet. Priests and hunters. And I guess I do have like 4 druids, so I can't say I don't make lots of druids. It would be a lie. I do. I can make priests and hunters all day long, though. I don't know what it is about those classes. Oh, we're almost done already. Didn't take very long. I like this character, but I feel like I just got her as much gear as I felt like I really needed. I think Shadow Priest was too much fun. It boxed Hunter out. BM Hunter's pretty fun, but Shadow Priest was really, really fun. At least it's an extra character to use for mount farms and stuff. Same with Hunters and Demon Hunters. I feel like I would have a hard time making lots of Demon Hunters because they only have 2 races they can be. Often when I'm making many alts of the same class, I like having them on lots of different races. Does she need any more Drake's Crest, or is she pretty much done with those? Is she 424?
Stop and drop everything.
Nice. Okay. So we got the bag, and that gave us rep with the Niffin, which is good. We can check off those things. My bar now up to that many. So we did researchers. We did loam rep. I may as well go sniff mirror while I'm over here. Just go do a dig, and then go do a dig, and then do a little sniff sniff. Skyless blouse. That is a champion piece. I actually have a champion vest already, so that's okay. I don't need to catalyze that or anything. Anything not 424? Is it all 424? I have an LFR quality bomb dispenser. Oh, I could do I could upgrade this cloak, because what I like to do is I like to go see Spinsoa. Now that I have all of the coveted bauble cosmetics, I just spend the points I get for doing researchers on an alt to just get like an extra 2 Drake's Crests. I already got the trading post credit for... I already got the trading post credit that you get for forming the crest, though. Got lobstock from researchers? Nice. Taupe shirt. Why, thank you. I'm comfy. Friend bought me crisps with the taste of orange croquette, which to me was a very weird taste. I'm not even sure if I know what that is. What's the weirdest crisps you guys have ever tried? Chips for the North Americans. What was it? There was like it was some kind of like a pickle, and there was something, it was like supposed to be like a Canadian one, not like all dressed or ketchup or anything, but like some specific, it might have been a Miss Vicky's flavor, I don't know. I'm kind of a malt vinegar and sea salt kind of person if I'm gonna have chips at all. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was gonna upgrade some gear. That's right. Any chips labeled Cool Ranch taste so weird. Pickle mustard. Got the crazy cat lady / man title. Nice. Think chocolate with oranges on a chip. Huh. Spicy ketchup, which I adored. Spicy peanut butter chip, odd but good. Prawns from the UK. Wild concept from a US Midwesterner. Yeah, fish. I've heard of fish and chips, but I've not heard of fish chips. Fish chips just makes me think, oh, I didn't pick up the quest. I could have had, oh, it's all right. I would have had some extra flight stones, but maybe I have enough. Can I upgrade? I'm not wearing those. I'm not wearing that. I was looking for my 3 of 8. I've got a champion 3 of 8 cloak. Yeah, we can chuck a crest onto that.
Go carefully.
Okay, all right. She needs Nighthold, I think, is a perfectly good next place to do. Oh no, the sniff and seek. That's right. I'm gonna sniff, and then we just need to do it the one time, and then we can do, I actually want to look into pet battles, just because I need to do 15 of them in total, so I may as well do some of them if there's world quests around. You could also do just like wild pet battles. Ooh, what if I went to go look? What if I went to go look for the wild pets that I haven't collected yet? I need some of those. There's more that I don't have from the Zerlet Caverns yet. I could just go fight wild pets to try to... So, hi. Oh, I wanted to... Here, drop him. I want to target him, but not... There we go. / sniff. There we go. I suppose I'll do the quest. I suppose I'll do the sniff and seek. I don't see any reason why not. Although I don't know if I really need to, but... No, we go... That's right. There we go. Double locked chest loaded. This was like the first sniff and seek, or one of the first ones that I ever did. So you'd think that I would know it. I'm assuming there's something important going on at the end of the hill, or maybe it's like these guys. Maybe this was it. It was like yeah, something like that. Buffalo wing sauce flavored chips / crisps. Can you ever have enough flight stones and alts? No, not if you're gonna keep gear in them anyway. I tend to run out dramatically and a lot, but unless I feel like the hunter just might be done. I feel like, I mean, I guess no, if I want to DPS keys, I think I would rather DPS I think I would prefer to excuse me. I would prefer to DPS on a Shadow Priest now that I've gotten a taste for the Void again. It's too much fun. This might annoy me more than it's worth. Did I even get a key? I got the mysterious incense. That was just for the quest. There's the patio chips, barbecue, salt, vinegar, ketchup, and dill. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave. I think I mostly just needed to sniff. So we're gonna just not worry about this so much. I've got scorpions all over me. I got all the points that I was gonna get for this. Hey, mirror. Oh, I see. I can't, I gotta shake off all my scorpions. Yeah, get me out of here. I'm going to Nighthold. Am I going to Nighthold? Oh no, I was gonna do the pet battle. That's right. I was gonna do the pet battle. There's one down here. And that should be pretty easy. I should have a team save for that already. I don't have sound on very loud. Can I hear anything? There we go. What level? Item level? She's level 70. She's item level. I have one priest that's kind of like 420-ish, but the one that I've been gearing up and playing more recently is kind of in the 411, 414 range. I wanted to get her into a normal Aberrus this week, but I'm not feeling that strongly about it. There's only so much time. Like the idea of spicy peanut butter. I like peanut butter on toast, and I like peanut butter with chocolate. And that might be where it ends. I don't know about spicy peanut butter. What if I just don't worry about raid? Now that the Catalyst is out, and she has 4-piece tier anyway, because she did like LFR, and then I catalyzed a bunch of stuff. I could just do keys. I don't really need to do raid. Assuming that I could get decent trinkets anyway. Hot honey is good. Childhood was peanut butter. Nutella sandwiches. Ever had dumplings with peanut butter sauce? I haven't. I've been served like stir fries and stuff with it. And I found it was very much not to my taste. I found it was... Peanut sauces in general were just not my thing. Hot honey on toast or like as a sauce? Honey on toast is really yummy, but I always felt like it was too indulgent for breakfast. Like I needed food that had more in it. And it took me a long time to come around on toast as dessert. Okay, so that was a pet battle. I'm not going to worry about the dragon races because we're not going to do enough of those to make a difference. I kind of want to turn on pet tracking. And I want to look... Zaralek Caverns. We're looking for... Deep Ridger, Lithengale, and the Sunglow Cobra. Those are all kind of like rare-ish, so I feel like it's going to slow me down a lot if I try and do that all this morning. The other ones that I have, they're already fully... The other pets that I have are already fully upgraded, so I don't really need to go looking for... like rare versions. I could just... You know what I could do, actually? Because it's just any 15 pet battles. Here, let's dollar run Hearthstone this character so she's ready to go do Nighthold. I sniffed mirror it. Let's use the disco toy. I'm thinking about the pet battle thing. I have an idea. Like eggs and toast a lot for breakfast. I do that most days. I do that. That's kind of like my standard, especially if I've been exercising. Okay, I was gonna do. We're gonna log off of here. I'm gonna log in to Night Flame for a second. He's level 60. He's in Stormwind. We'll worry about the disco toy in a minute. Although I need to check the cooldown on it because I wonder if I need to do it on the same character. Probably not. I was able to do the set of matches thing. Did the pet battles this outside org? Yeah, I was thinking of cheesing like a little bit of leveling experience. I guess I don't know how much it would be, but by doing the quest ones like these three, I wonder if that's a good idea. I guess I'll find out. I'm also gonna just toy box. I'm just gonna have a little party. This is a 5-minute cooldown. Seems important. He could go to Veldraken. He just needs to like do the little intro to get to the Dragon Isles. He's having the time of his life. Auction house dance party. Yeah, I've got the Starwind or Orgrimmar credits. I just have to use the disco toy in Veldraken. Happy Tuskar Palooza. Do I have a Happy Tuskar Palooza? I do not have a Happy Tuskar Palooza. From Brackenide Hollow achievement, the vegetarian diet. How do you do that? T-set 1 hour cooldown, easier to do with alts. I'm going to look at the other, I mean, I'm not changing my plan. I've written down my plan, I'm sticking with my plan, but I'm going to look at the other, I could have used Dance, well, if I had it anyways. I'm looking at the other toy-related ones. I do not have Dance Darkmoon either. It's kind of surprising to me. Oh, I forgot he's so slow. He flies so slowly. We'll turn wild pet tracking on, because this might just be the easiest thing to do. If we don't worry too much about the experience. Let's get... Oh yeah, because these are only going to be one pet too. It's not going to be like a whole team of them or anything. Yeah, this is the way to do it. We're not going to worry too much. This won't be a great experience or anything. It's just a chance to reconnect with Night Flame. AFK for a bit. Did you get the sword? No, I haven't been shopping yet. I'm getting all of my points first. Just got it? Hot with his pink hair and everything? You like? He's taken a solemn oath to never wear a shirt. No matter wind, snow, sleet, fire, burns. he's vowed to show off the tats. I haven't looked at it yet, no. I have not tried any D4. Had to do the unthinkable. Uninstall WoW for storage. Oh, WoW does eat up a lot of space, especially if you're installing like multiple versions of it or PTRs. But, holy moly. New trading post mounts, cool. Not customizable? Yeah, no, I didn't think it would be. But I just want something new. I just want to fly in the Dragon Isles on anything that's not one of the normal ones. Needs to wear the postmaster title with that commitment. You see postal workers delivering mail in the city, and they are people that have figured out walking around in all different kinds of weather. They have their sun hats sorted. They have like saddlebags with the mail on them. They have calves of steel. Those people are on a mission, and they are highly specialized at it. It's pretty impressive. How am I doing? I haven't been counting. I've just been demolishing. We're 8 of 15. One. They seem to respawn though. Should I use a different pet? What about what's the name of that ogre pet from the trading post? Garlock. Garlock, what can you do? You want to punch? Garlock, it's your turn. Garlock, punch. Oh, this feels mean. Come on, bud, if you want to fit in here. Oh my gosh, I forgot I was in war mode. My bad. We're gonna... no, we're not gonna take rest sick. Hello all. Hello Katie, how you doing today? Punching baby rabbits. I know, I've been avenged, or the rabbits have been avenged Been taken out by PETA. I completely forgot I'd left our mode on. Because all I need to do is this. If we can get back into the rested area, we can turn it off. Yeah, there we go. Why don't you play classic? Because I like doing this. It's only so many hours in a day. There's lots of cool things in life that I don't do. I don't really scuba dive. I'm not really, I don't have a D&D group. I've never made my own granola bars. Girl is subjective. Do the researcher's task count as world quests? They might. Let me see. Questing? Yeah, I have 9 of 30 quests complete as well. That's a bit funny. Only so many hours in a day. Might as well fill them all with wow and cats. Scuba diving does indeed sound neat, though. I could see myself, if I had a good wetsuit that I was really happy with that kept me warm enough, I could see myself getting into, maybe not full scuba, but like snorkeling, just like shallow water diving. Because I just love looking at stuff underwater. It's so interesting. There's so many little things to see. Garlock punch. D4 and cats. Meet the fish before you try to fish them up. Would never do it because it freaks me out. Snorkeling's amazing. Battle pet have to strike to get experience. Not technically. If your pet is first in line, you can swap it away first turn and it will still get experience. If the pet... Or do I have it backwards? If it comes in later, I thought it had to be in for a turn. But it doesn't actually have to do any damage. It just has to exist in there for a turn. Maybe it's the other way around. But yeah, it's the rules are a bit funny for it. If it does participate and it doesn't get any experience, that's also very strange. Oh, there's a rare around here somewhere. I've been leveling almost all my pets just with battle training stones lately. I'm a bit out of the game. Did I do enough of them yet? Also, where is this rare? In the house? Not in the house? Joanna, what are you doing with these bandits?
You need something?
What are you guys talking about? I'm getting distracted. Does my mount make a heart pop out when I mount on it? It does! Did it always do that? Inside the house? I just don't see... I'm not seeing any... Like, I feel like I would have seen the nameplate. I feel like I would have seen the nameplate. Oh, it is! There it is. I guess not. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I try not to track the trading post things anymore because they continue to retrack every single time you log in on any character for the rest of the month, and it's annoying. It's awful. Could be too high level for those pets. Yeah, maybe. Floyd here now. Hello. Welcome. Happy Saturday. Happy July. I hope your June was good for you. Today, well, actually last night before bed, I flipped my calendar over from June Cat. I said goodbye to June Cat, and I greeted July Cat. Made July Cat watch over me in my endeavors. I'm getting weird about my calendar. Okay. Garlock. Punch. I gotta switch it out. It's too weird having him. These animals are too cute. I need it to be something else that's also cute. Egg Bob, it's your turn. I have to diffuse the responsibility or else Garlock's gonna need therapy. It's July. My birthday's in July. Happy early birthday. Can't believe it's already July. I know, right? We accept your weirdness about the calendar. You can track the trading post things by shift clicking them when you're looking through the journal. But do with caution. You never know when they're going to keep coming back at you. Alright, so there's my 15 pet battles. I'm going to take him... Hey, I got some boots that I can mog. Like white quality boots that I don't have the appearance for yet. That's nice. I'm going to take him... I'm just going to hearth him back to Stormwind. And I'm going to do the disco toy, and I'm going to do a world boss. Who needs the world boss? I've done it already on the one character that was going to need it. It doesn't have to be... Who needs a world boss? I mean, it doesn't have to be a character that needs it. It could just be, like, any character. You know what? I'm going to do the regular Dragonel's world boss on my undead priest just for, flight stones. It'll give me, like, a flight stone, right? Dragonel's world bosses. So either the Elders in the Zerlite Caverns or one of the above-ground Dragonel's world bosses. But not, there we go. She uses the new one. But not like an old world boss. Do they reduce the amount of flight stones one can get from world quests? Just like random world quests? I used to get like 4 for just doing any world quest, and then sometimes 25 for like a world quest that specifically offered flight stones. Oh, hey, look, a triumphant roar echoes from atop the seat of the aspect system. Zero, the unbound legacy is formed. Wow. Beans. When I was leveling Nightflame, I was picking up pieces of white and gray transmog I didn't know yet, so I was just sending them around to all the different characters. Okay, so very important. We need to have a disco party. There we go. That's credit for that. Let's look at our traveler's log and see how we're doing. We need another 300 points. So world boss plus raid bosses should put me 50 over. That is perfectly fine. So I actually didn't need to do the disco thing, but that's okay. Let's go do a world boss. Who is it? Who are you? It's Bazrikron. I bet you people will be doing it just for trading post. So that should be something. That mount isn't Dragonride. Cheruby, thank you very much for the 5-month resub. The Intanan jungle and Drano are heard in Azuro. How loud is this roar? The roar that spans timelines? I just need to get the thing that turns it off. There's like a weak ore that filters it out or something. Like, I feel like you could contain it to Valdrakken. Even when, you know, there were events that happened when people would like finish legendaries and stuff, I don't remember them echoing across the entire game. Can I like join? Yeah. We doing it? We doing it? No, he's dead. He's real dead.
Remove them and restore the order.
What about that one?
A threat against these lands is a threat against our queen. Remove them and restore.
A threat against our queen. Major Domo Solistris. Funny. He's very serious.
A threat against these lands is a threat against our queen.
All right. Yeah, this 417. I understated my item level. Also, apparently I can't because Flabby's page is in my macro. I can't PI without it.
Interrupt. Watch your step.
Woo!
On behalf of Alex Straza,
Yeah, little residue sack.
Champion.
Alright, she's going... Well, honestly, she can just kind of like chill here. I'll get her back to Valdrakken some other time. I already used my Hearthstone. couple of crushed fragments and a couple of flight stones. It's nice music. Waking Shores, I guess. Why are you on this, priest? No reason. Learned that the hard way myself with my PI macro. Urchi, get out of here. Yeah, you gotta convert to raid. I've run into that before. Okay, it's time to do a lot of raid bosses, and we're doing them in Nighthold. That's the last thing on my Trader's Post checklist, and it should go. It's 25 raid bosses, but it should go pretty quickly when we're just cruising through. I'm feeling optimistic. We're gonna untrack that. Plus, besides, after I do the first one, I will get the skip. For the skip, you're doing the last 2 raid bosses, right? So, like, yeah, I'll just fly there. For the skip, you're doing the last 2 raid bosses. So if I wanted to do it, every character is 6. 5, 6, 30. Yeah, so I don't actually need to re-clear. I'm gonna full clear Nighthold once, unlock the skip, use the skip on Heroic and Normal, and then I can just, you know, roll through my other characters and use the skip on them. It'll be a little bit more travel time. But it will get me more Gul'dan attempts for my Green Infernal, which I'm farming for. Add the line /cast PI underneath everything. Learned that the hard way. I should probably add that, but I'm not supposed to play that. I'm not supposed to play that priest without Flabby's mage. We made a pact. Those bees are a threat to the literal dragon aspect of life. OPI is making your Barbie pink polish, selling it Ulta. Do we have Ulta in Canada? We must have. I know you can get OPI nail polishes here. I just, for whatever reason, I like sticking with one brand. So I used to have Zoya polishes, and I would only buy Zoya polishes because I wanted them all. I wanted all the bottles to match, I guess. And then when I came to Canada, I started using Essie polishes because I could get them at like my local drugstore. What if one of the bottles isn't the same shape? That would be terrible. Dungeon difficulty, raid difficulty, mythic. Yeah. I haven't painted anything right now. I was gonna make him purple again. Use Zoya, currently use Essie. I liked Zoya a lot. I think I like the Zoya colors a little bit better, but Essie also has very nice colors, and they're nice and available and affordable, and they last well. They don't chip if I take good care of them, so I'm happy with them. Just the regular ones though. I've given up on the quick dry. I don't need it to dry that fast. It's always great, but nearly impossible to get here. Yeah. I'm happy. I have everything I need. Can I hear chickens? No, I'm just going crazy. Jack Hensio, thank you for the brandy sub. Welcome to this girl squad. Bad results with the quick dry SE. It just doesn't last as long for me. And I think that's the point. They want you to, like, you know, throw it on for like one outfit and then wear it out to dinner and then not worry about it again. But if I'm gonna sit down and paint my nails, I want to get like a week out of it if I can. I also just happened to buy a color that I didn't like very much. I know better than that. I shouldn't buy dark colors in nail polish because I almost never like them. Fortunate to have some Holo Taco. Love that formula. If I ever decide that I'm rich, I will probably switch to being a Holo Taco person, and maybe not buying like every collection, but you know, getting Holo Taco for my nail polish needs because it's awesome stuff. And I learned everything I know about painting my nails from Christine. But for the moment, I am not rich. I am saving, and she would appreciate that. I don't know her, but she would appreciate me trying to save to get into home ownership. Sub, thanking for your guides for rating. Well, thank you. Death Scythe 9, also with a brand new sub. Appreciate it. Thought you were saying tacos. I mean, kind of. Again, live on the wrong continent. Yeah, shipping's a real bear.
Until the Legion came, no outsider was permitted.
Yeah, I've never done the UV gel polish thing.
For 10,000 years.
Never heard of it. It's they're fun. They're nice. They're made in the States, so if you live outside of the US, it's a little bit more expensive in shipping to get it. Don't think they've shipped here. Haven't bothered to check yet. If they do, it might be one of those things that's a little pricier than it's worth. It's nice nail polish, but you know. All right. Are you coming? Yeah, she's coming. She's gonna open the door for me. So if I was looking at my traveler's log, we are nearly there, and we have defeated 1 of 25. Fine, I'll track it. 1 of 25 raid bosses. I'm gonna be tempted to like look through and be like, well, what could I do faster for 200 points? But no, we're doing the raid bosses. We're doing our Nighthold runs anyways. We're sticking with this. It'll be fine. Also, I need to switch actually. Oh no, I don't need to switch. I was gonna say I need to get into my speed spec that has Pathfinder and whatever, but I'm already in it. Can I have a list of what you're doing for points? Sure, I did. And mind you, I customized this to stuff that I was going to be likely to do anyways, but I did. Crafting orders, personal crafting orders. I had a friend send me some. You can also use an alt to send some to yourself. That got me two things worth of credit. I also did the weekly crafting quest. I just did 2 weekly crafting profession quests on alts. I made 3 crests, so I just had Whelpling crest fragments in my bag. I combined those to make 3 crests. That gives you some credit. I did Researchers Under Fire, and then I also got Loam Rep from that because I did it on an alt that had like the extra rep catch up. So doing 1 Researchers Under Fire gave me credit for doing Researchers and for getting some Loam Nif and Rep. I did 15 pet battles. I just kind of one-shot bunnies outside of Stormwind. I felt kind of bad doing it, but it worked. That was very fast. Did a world boss kill. I'm a little overkill. I sniffed Mirrit, and I did the disco toy in Veldraken and Stormwind. I could have done a pick one. I didn't need to do both of those things. And now I'm doing 25 raid bosses. But you can just look through the options and just pick things that sound easy to you. The crafting orders and the Researchers Under Fire plus Loam Rep is definitely like super, super easy though. Plus the crest that you get for doing that. That can get like a big chunk of your bar done very quickly. But yeah, I wrote it, here, can I put this? Sort of. I wrote it down in my book this time because I wanted it to feel a little bit more under control than before. Make yourself, thank you very much for the 22-month reset. You changed your title to Hazel, Slaughterer of Bunnies. I didn't. Poor Bun Buns. I love seeing wild rabbits, they're so cute. Hi, Trilliax. Hello. Good night. Busy this morning? We had to go get haircuts. Gonna farm a raid anyways. That teleport thing will be quick and easy. Oh, the trading post thing. Yeah. Yeah, I think that if you weren't gonna, if you didn't have any intentions on mount farming, I would skip the 25 raid bosses. And I would do something else instead that was more like up your alley, whatever that may be. You need 200 points, so you could do, like, honestly, just getting 30 quests done is probably much easier because that could be, like, any quest. That could be, it just says quests that gain experience. So if you were leveling an alt, that will click in real fast. If you PvP, you could get it pretty easily that way. 15 world quests wouldn't take too long. Yeah, no, there's tons and tons and tons of options. I love Trilliax, even if she reminds me of some of my old school teachers. World PvP quest, quick 100. Lore Master Toon got the 30 quest done quickly. Yeah. It's funny to me that even after you've like capped your trading post progress for the week, you'll still get a little pop-up whenever you complete a thing that would have given you tender, even though you're not getting it anymore. Because I'll be leveling an alt after having done all this, and I'll do the quest, and it'll be like, hey, trading post progress complete. What do you mean? I didn't need it anymore. Invincible's rain farm flashbacks. Quest 1 works with world quests. You can get 2 done in 1. Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, Aluriel, wait! Wait for me! Thank you. I love her outfit. She looks so cool. I think I set up I think a Nightborn Inherited armor looks pretty, somewhat similar to that. Similar colors, at least. I actually don't know how many bosses are in Nighthold. I guess we'll find out. I love being reminded that I went out of the way to get the trading post done early. Yeah, it doesn't bother me that much. It's just kind of funny. There was 1 month where I didn't worry about it. I just kind of let it happen naturally. And, you know, of course, with my normal, like, weekly raid and my keys and whatever, I got the trading post done just fine. I know that if I don't grind it in the first day, I'll get it done within, like, a week without worrying about it. But I like doing it on the first day. This is fun. Besides, I want the Grotto Netherwing Drake, and I want it today. I've got places to go. I don't know where, but I'm going to go there on a Dragonriding Nether Drake. Did they fix it in the journal? It was not loading the model. Okay, they fixed it. It was not loading the model last night. I was on Retail WoW, and I turned off my Mount Journal Enhanced, and it still would only give me, like, the cube. It wouldn't load.
Superior to, well, everyone. I confess, I enjoyed seeing him humbled.
Hesitate calling it a grind if it could be done in 2 to 3 hours. Meant to be done over the course of a whole month. Friend of mine already got the Drake. Super pretty. Bonfires count for the 30 quests. Oh. Wish we could earn a bit of extra tender. This month and next month, you actually kind of can. The 1400 that we're able to get is more than normal. Oh no, sorry, not 1400. That's just how many points we need to fill up. But you get an extra 200. You can get an extra 200 tender this month and next month. They need to make a mount that's all checkerboard cubes just to mess with people.
Suramar owes its beauty to my blooms. I alone have mastered the delicate intertwine. How dare you disturb my pristine gardens!
Same. Me though. Oh, I love botanist. Voice actor same for Caligo, sounds the same. I don't know, but very well maybe. They reuse voice actors a lot. They'll have one person voice a surprising number of characters. I'm gonna switch that keybind so that we can mount up. Oh yeah, 10 bosses in I told. Because then I would need 15 and I would do it 2, 4, 6. Yeah. I'm excited to unlock the skip. This will be my 5th character that has the skip, which means that I can do 15 Gul'dan kills a week pretty easily without needing to re-clear the raid again. Why have they not hired you to do voice acting? I mean, I'm not exactly a professional. Kitty, why haven't they hired you? You could voice act for a cat pet. I would record some meows and send them in for free. Touch them up and everything. Voice pack pretty popular. Oh, hang on a second. I gotta clean that litter box. 1 sec. Alrighty, I'm back. Three actors do over 100 characters in The Simpsons. I didn't know that. You like when I do the gnome voice. I was listening to Chromie's voice acting in the new Mega Dungeon when I was testing it. And I don't think I had had dialogue sounds on during any recent Chromie things. And I kind of forgot what she sounded like. And it was almost too much for me, and I like cute things. I keep thinking, aren't you, like, really wise and ancient? I know that you're adorable, but you sound like I just stole your lollipop. The time waits again. We have to stop them. It's a lot. Oh, hi, Allison. How you doing? But that is the character. I just, I might keep sound effects on a toggle on that one. It might be cute the first time. It might be less cute, like, after that point. Okay, I did Tichondrius. I need to go do Croesus. That's right. Quickest way to farm elemental overflow for the moose. I got mine from doing Forbidden Reach rares. I would join rare groups and I would do laps of Forbidden Reach rares and kill big bunches of them. I think that's probably still the quickest way. There are still groups that do that. I find WoW's voice acting to be very hit and miss. I think video game voice acting for me has always been just not quite my thing. I think I'm just not in the right mood for it, perhaps. And it always comes off as very, I don't know. It's just not my vibe. I'm also not a big audiobook person, so maybe I just don't want to listen to my stories. I want to read them. One more thing for Traveler's Log, because I am 10 short. Oh, 10! Look around in the collectibles tab and see if there's any toy things that you can do with a toy that you already have. There's a few things there that are pretty easy. Or like Sniff mirrored on a Sniff and Seek. You can just slash Sniff emote at him and get 50 points. Never been a story gamer. I don't think so. There have been games where I have, like, learned about the story. I could tell you a fair amount about the backstories of the different Stardew Valley characters, but there wasn't any voice acting. That was all just, like, reading and dialogue. And I played the game because I wanted to grow corn and be rich and have chickens. And then sell the mayo and be rich. And then the story just kind of happened to me sneakily under my radar, you know. Cheer at the aspects for 20. Love audiobook, real play D&D, long form storytelling like that. Tend to love various voice acting in games. Kitty, what is it? Yeah, legacy raids will count for the 25 raid bosses thing. Totally. There's separate requirements for like Dragonflight raid bosses. Like modern raid bosses will give a different credit, and you can double dip if you're doing modern ones because they'll also count for the total raid bosses. But yeah, if you just want to do like your mount farms and whatever, that's what I'm doing. That was her last full clear of Nighthold. She doesn't need to do it anymore. I almost feel sad. I wonder what I'm going to do on stream tomorrow. I'm tempted to start a new alt, because tomorrow will be the last stream of the week. And next week's streams, time walking will be back, so I'll be able to level. I've got 3 characters that I can do 60 to 70. 2 of them are 67 and they're healers, and then Night Flame is a fresh level 60, and I guess he's a tank now, or something. I think it's got to be Holy Paladin time. I think that has to be the answer. It's got to be Holy Paladin time. Holy Paladin, Sunday Funday. How far do we think we can get with a Holy Paladin, though? How far, if I'm starting a brand new character, level 1 Blood Elf Paladin, how far can I realistically get? Also, if I'm creating it on stream, and I don't do that today, that's like 45 minutes right there. You know it's gonna take me like 10 minutes of turning off chat and going, just to come up with whatever I want to name them. Absolutely Pally time. Only one way to find out. Yeah, I could create it off stream, but would that deprive you of being a part of the story, you know? Not really power leveling, just like regular leveling, but with the experience buff. I haven't gotten anybody else to power level me.
speed you towards your fate.
Creating it plus XL's reach. That's the type of content I love. It's interesting to me, Jeff, that you're not, and I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just saying that you're not interested in watching the character creation process because that's not relevant to that particular story. But like, it's important that I loot vaults on stream. I've always felt very much the opposite. I always felt that looting a vault is kind of just like you're getting your thing, and that it's like not really content. Highly recommend picking up the Silver Moon Tabard early so you can hit Exalted for the Blood Knight transmog. It's a good idea. I used to not do that because I didn't want to look like I was wearing a tabard. And then it occurred to me, you can transmog hide tabards. You can put on the Silver Moon Tabard or whatever. My undead is wearing an undead tabard and has been this whole time. And I just hid it so that, you know, she could still see her mog.
Not possible.
Happy Canada Day. Happy Canada Day. Kitty cat, welcome back. Would you like back up? Watch your paws. Whoa. You want to come back up and sit with me? All I wear is a tabard. Oh, I gotta trim your nails. Yeah.
I did not foresee one in which you were victorious.
You want the arm or you want to lay on my lap? You want to sit up. We're going to go see Gul'dan. Do you think he has a mount for me today?
Time eddies about you in fits and
What do you
starts.
think about during the day?
Nothing is certain.
She's deep in thought for a lot of time, and I don't know what about.
And in saving your world,
Alright, we're gonna scooch.
my people
Cat
will be
seatbelt.
freed from
Whoa.
the terrible bargain we were forced to make.
All good? I actually prefer killing this on Mythic as compared to normal and heroic. Because on normal and heroic, you like have to kill the demons that he summons. Whereas on this one, you can just kind of like pop him and then do Illidan and then you're done.
Surrender.
Finally finished my bar. This month was a pain. Anything worse than leveling an alt. Having an alt leveling the Dragon Isles. And then hearthing. Not realizing their hearth is still in the Shadowlands. Anything but Orebos. Fewer immune phases. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly it. Oh no, my pet's not attacking. My butterfly. I do love my hunter pets. It's just such a large butterfly. It's so big. Is it demanding to have a cat as a pet? Thinking about adopting one. It's certainly a responsibility. The actual hands-on time would vary a lot between cats, but generally a little bit less than a dog because, you know, they'll, you know, she'll use her box on her own schedule. I don't have to take her out to do that, and I can like scoop whenever it suits me, which is usually pretty rapidly. But yeah, they can live for a very long time. Average cat lifespan's quite a bit longer than dogs. And you just want to make sure that you've budgeted for things like vet care, dental care, some scratching posts. But I can't imagine living without a cat. I wouldn't do it. Cats, it's not home unless there's a kitty. Enjoy the decision making. The vault affects power level. You can't just go to the barbershop, change things later. More complex than that, but did not want to write an essay. That's fair. Hi. She just makes me so happy every day. We're very good friends, I think. Or at least I like to think so. If we're not very good friends, then she's fooled me. Kitty, are we friends? Hi. Cats are also very individual. I've met many cats, but this is the only one I've actually owned. And they have very specific and individual personalities. So another cat might not be, you know, as much of a love bug as this one is, and they might be wonderful in a different way. Hi. It's my baby girl, though. The cat is 18 years old. Hazel, when did you discover your cat allergy had vanished? Did I know that I was no longer allergic by the time that I, like, got Kira, or did I just decide I was going to get her anyways? Because I don't know. I think I must have, like, realized that I could pet cats at people's houses and not get hives anymore. Because now I'll sleep in bed with the cat, and I don't have any reactions anymore. But I definitely used to as a kid. Okay, so we're gonna rate difficulty down to heroic. We don't need to reset it. I just do it out of habit, and we should be able to turn in our skip. Experienced a cat allergy vanishing just from sheer exposure. Now I have a little orange boy. I'll take cat to the complex will swing by my door. Some will demand I come outside to pet them.
What news?
Alrighty. So now I should be able to. We're 10 of 25 bosses in. So I could clear it like 1.5 full times, or it's going to take a little bit longer, but for maximum mount chances, I can just kind of start cranking this out on other characters on multiple difficulties, because I need to harass Gul'dan into giving me a green infernal. Sit on my doorstep, meow loudly until I come outside. Aww. Hi. Hello. You're real sweet. I do still want a doggy though. I love cats, but I also love dogs. I was visiting my mom, who's house sitting for a family that has a dog, so she was also looking after the dog. And it was a really, really sweet older doggy, just real friendly, real, you know, a little tired because older, and just kind of lovey, just happy to be involved and to see people. So I got to meet her and get introduced, and then give her. She discovered that I liked to pet her, so she would come hang out with me, and then I found a brush, and then I gave her a little brushing, and I love dogs. I feel like they can tell too. I feel like the dogs in the world look at me, and I guess they're just excited to see people. They'd probably be this excited to see anybody, but in my mind, in my headcanon, they can tell how much I love them just because they're dogs. I went to view some houses today, met 3 dogs and a cat. It was great. Got the biggest hug from a pit bull puppy in the elevator yesterday. Ooh. Got my dragon. Removed the Slither Drake and Highland Drake from favorites, so I'll only get the Nether Drake as a Dragonriding Mount, because Nether Drakes are my favorite. Wonder if my dad will get a new dog. Mom, who was the dog person. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough to say with people.
Come forward then. Let us speed you.
I'm sorry to hear that, Nadia. That's always really sad. Crusty 17-year-old cat. How's Hazel doing today? Hazel's good.
Your timelines end here.
I'm quite good. I'm feeling
You exist in but a single moment.
I mean, I can't dance too much. I'm gonna knock the cat off the chair. I've kind of picked like a fairly slow thing to finish my traveler's log with. What am I gonna do if I just get the mount? If I just get the mount on, like, you know, raid boss 12 of 25. Been to any farmers markets lately? 'Tis the season. I haven't. The one that I like to go to is always on Saturdays, and it's now basically. It's Saturday, and it does still run for a little while after I finish the stream. But if you want to get produce there, you kind of got to get there early, which means that I would need to either cancel or move a Saturday stream if I really wanted to go. And I'm pretty sure I did that last year, or like I ended at 11 one Saturday and then I went to the market. But I love artisans markets where you can see crafters and crafting stuff, and I don't need anything right now. So I'm kind of restraining myself from going, because if I go, I'm going to want to shop. And if I don't go, then I won't buy anything. Font of Night. You do you, we can wait. Start late, it's Saturday. I try not to stream in afternoons anymore because it gets too hot in this room in the summer in the afternoons. I turn the computer off if I can.
But your arrogance.
We get them out, time for abyss worm farming. True. Loads of sausages in his last piece. You do you, we can wait. I got these earrings at that market last year, and I was thinking, these are like my favorite cute little dangly earrings to wear. I would like to get more from that same lady if she still sells at that market, but I don't need any right now. I'm saving. I got a big dream. I got a dream. I got a timeline. I've broken it down into smaller goals. I just feel good that I have a plan, you know? I know that plans for your life tend to fall apart, and that something that you thought you were going to do can, you know, vanish completely, and then all of a sudden you're doing something else. But even if the plan's not forever, I still like having one. I don't like feeling aimless. It doesn't suit me. Move the stream to a walk-in fridge. How often do you use your car as an auxiliary dining room? Never. I don't eat in my car. Because if I'm in my car, I'm driving in my car, and I don't eat while I'm driving. Yeah, no, never. Got to the stage where you have a plan. Yeah, I have a plan. I have like a couple of different scenarios depending on different factors. I've got like the plan A, B, and C. So there's some flexibility, but yeah, one plan. I'm excited though. I'm a little too excited. I'm obsessed. I can't stop thinking about it.
Must be made ready. You failed, heroes. The ritual is upon
You still
us.
purring. You comfy?
But first,
Yeah.
I'll indulge myself.
Kitty, do you have a good feeling about
a
Gul'dan?
bit And finish
You're just happy to hang out. You're just happy that I'm home. Your pet. That's true. It's not attacking.
the master's might.
There we go.
I will not. No more distractions.
Summer before we bought ACs for the house. Went and got tacos, sat in the car, ate tacos while watching the planes land by the inlet. It's nice. It sounds lovely. Oh yeah, when it's that hot out. Pup was an adventure. Dipped a paw in both the Atlantic and the Pacific. That is quite the adventure. Alright. One mount, please. Yep, you're right. Yeah, let's go try it again. We'll get kills 13 and 14 to 25. What percentage of the way to a down payment on a home? So, without getting too specific into numbers, the down payment that I'm figuring also includes like my land transfer tax and my moving expenses and stuff. It's basically just like this is the number that you need to have in addition to the stuff that the mortgage people want you to have. This is the number that you need to have like available to do the thing. And I am currently 3/4 of the way there, actually, already. And I have a year before I can do anything. I can't start looking until I have another year's worth of income history here. So I have a year to save the last quarter, which seems reasonable. But there's a lot of like wiggle room, like depending on how much I have, that could affect like how nice of a place I can live in. It could give me more options. It could give me more space. Or if it doesn't go very well and I don't have as much, I might need to wait like another year and save up some more. It also depends on market and interest rate and, you know, if this FHA, just stuff. It depends on a lot of stuff, but that's more or less where I'm at. Rate difficulty, normal. We're doing normal. I finally know a rich person. What are interest rates like over in the States? I don't know. I'm in Canada. I also barely know what the interest rates are like here. My understanding is high and changing often because they're trying to control inflation by messing with the interest rate, and I'm not really smart enough to understand how all that works. But there's also, you can get with a bank, like promotional, like if you do a fixed rate, they'll have promotions sometimes for lower rates if you commit to like a fixed. Don't forget realtor fees, if that's a path you're going. Help Hazel get a house, follow her VOD YouTube channel. Yes, please. It is free. It is, I don't know exactly to what extent that's going to help, but not nothing. If you have a YouTube account and you want to subscribe to the VOD channel, it's just these streams, but on YouTube, that's all. Upper line 6, borderline 7, depending on credit. Yeah. Meanwhile, I have a new job every year because life sucks. Life happens sometimes. But yeah, we'll see. There's lots of flexibility. There's lots of wiggle room. I've also kind of talked myself down from wanting to have like a mansion in the woods. I've looked at a bunch of different things and come to understand that it's not as realistic as I'd want it to be, and it's also probably not what I would want it to be, especially if I want things like decent internet and access to city water, you know, and more reliable power, right? Like, a lot of these really rural places are wonderful places to live, but they're not going to have the same stability of utilities that I'm used to. And if I want to continue to pay a mortgage by streaming, it's not going to be so hot if my power's out for like 2 days at a time every time it goes down. Make yourself, thank you very much. Oh, that was 22 minutes ago. I misheard my alert. My alert was in fact, actually, you know what? I can go check it out. I can pull it up on Streamlabs. That was a PayPal tip. Not Streamlabs. Besides, Elison's having her speech. I like to let her say her piece. Also, I have to. I have to, but I also like to. Oh, Dame of Von, $40 just because. Aw, you don't have to do that. Thank you very, very much. I will. I'll tuck it away in the down payment fund.
Your timelines end here.
Buying a house as a 30-year-old, harder than ever. Took me 7 years of renting and saving. I am incredibly. I know that I'm very much not the norm to even be thinking about buying a house in my area at my age, just because spendy here, and a lot of young people. Am I young people? I'm still young people for another couple of years, right? After watching Alone, you can build your own house. They build wonderful shelters, but they seem to get mice a lot. Welcome again. Sure don't, but want to. Aww. Raid bosses can be old. I'm not sure about dungeon bosses, but the raid bosses, I'm getting my raid boss credit by doing Nighthold. You are young people. Youngsters, all of you. BC housing prices make me want to cry. Yeah. I tell myself that if I didn't have family here, I would move somewhere else in Canada and spend less money. But I don't know if that's true. Like, I love being this close to my family, but even without that, I just love it here. It's so beautiful, and something about the climate and the wilderness here just speaks to me. I don't feel quite right when I'm not home. Gonna be 48 in a couple weeks, still feel like a young person. Tried that, have now moved back in with my family. You're not allowed to leave the island again, you're too damn happy there. It's just so magical here. I'll go for a walk in the city and just see a great blue heron just flying overhead, heading somewhere. It's like, what are you doing here? See ya. You know? Yeah, no, this is home. Will you buy close to home? As close as I can afford, really. Right now I live, like, in Victoria, and the places that I would be able to afford here would be, like, a condo. Like, if I wanted to stay in the city, I would be looking at not buying a house, but buying, like, an apartment sort of situation, and not a particularly nice one. Whereas if I'm willing to move a little farther out, your options grow a little bit.
You will not stop the ritual.
Great blue herons, living deities, I agree. They're so pretty, and they're so awkward. They're so funny looking when they're flying around. Like, they're gorgeous and they're graceful, but they're also not, in a way that just makes me really happy. Living with family is not a bad thing. Have a chunky savings account because of it. I think that if I could have... I lived with my mom for a while in my early 20s, and I rented a room in the condo that she had at the time, and that was awesome. One of my pet dreams after securing housing for myself is if I could ever afford a place where my mom and her partner could also live with me, and do like sort of a multi-generational thing, or like a garden suite, or like build something for her, because she's my mom and she's the best, and she's also awesome to live with. That would be my other goal after getting myself a place to live, would be if I could get something, you know, help out my mom. But I certainly couldn't live with her right now because neither of us have a place that would fit more people. If your family lived in the Yukon, do you love them enough to move to the Yukon? Actually, the family that I had that lived in the Yukon is moving out of the Yukon now. I used to have family that lived there for a long time, but they're moving now. No luck. That infernal contract is rude. It's a bait, is what that is. Yeah, I don't know. Yukon's tough. It's I don't know about that. That's hard. Condo's faster to clean. I want some outdoor space. I would also love to have a garage to park my car in. like that's not like a parking lot style situation where I kind of have like my own walls to, you know. I was talking to my car and I was like, listen, buddy, one day I'm going to get you your own bedroom and it'll be just for you. Great.
Step closer and don't mumble.
If I can afford it, I'm also going to trade it to a detailing for its birthday. I'm not one of those people that personifies my car to a massive extent. You know, I haven't named it, but I am kind of fond of it. Just because it's, you know, it's the first car that oh, hang on, I might need that. It's the first car that I got that I bought all by myself. I picked it out on my own. I like did the research as to what I needed, and I, you know, went and I dealt with a salesperson, and I paid for it, and that's my car. And it takes good care of me. You know, it stops every time I ask it to. Good brakes. Oddly surprised your car doesn't have a name. I'm saving all of my name energy for pets. Okay, so I have done all my Nighthold runs on that character. These 4 can all do it though. My friend Cornelius lives in the Yukon. I have some photos of Yukon Cornelius in my on my computer, and I was using them to meme, and I forget, it was something to do with one of my friends being late to dungeons, but I don't remember the specifics. I don't remember why it was Yukon Cornelius. Nighthold. Nighty Nighthold. Does your car have a gender? I guess not. I don't think so. Jacob Pez, thank you for the 11-month resub. Prime Gaming. You claim your Shore Strider yet? Thank you for the Prime Gaming sub. Here, I'll ride mine all the way to the point where I need to get a flying mount out. Also, I should probably be in Devastation or something. Morning. Good morning, CME Freeze. Hi. Yeah, part of what I had been wanting was like more room, not necessarily like a huge house, but like more land. And I'm kind of talking myself back from that a little bit now, just because I should be realistic about how much I'm prepared to take care of. And there's not a ton of places that are like cute, small, well-appointed houses that are on big lots. And I really don't want too much house because they're expensive to heat. It's a lot of work to clean them. And I don't need a 2,000 square foot house. I don't need a 2,500 square foot house. I certainly don't need a 3,000 square foot house. Kitty, we would be lost. I would put my water bottle down somewhere. Oh, I got you, honey bear. I'd put my water bottle down and I would have to do laps around the place trying to figure out where I left it. How big is a big lot for you, though? Yeah, I mean, I was looking, at first I had my heart set on an acreage because that's what I grew up on. But after giving it further thought, I've come down quite a bit. Now I just want to have some outside space that is private where I can like grow some veggies and have like a little chair and a table and I can like read a book or something. That's all I really want. Maybe a little space to let a dog outside, but I do kind of like yard work though. I love gardening. If I'm allowed to, I'd get rid of the lawn and just do garden. 1,500 square foot house, 3 beds, 2 baths at a quarter acre, huge to us. That would be kind of like the biggest thing I could see myself in. And that's a lot. That's a lot. Janahita, thank you for the 40-month resub. Happy Canada Day. Thanks for the chill company. Happy Canada Day. And an allotment, if that's the word. I'm not sure exactly what an allotment is. I know people recommend community gardens to me a lot, but I want a garden in private. I don't want anyone to look at my garden unless I invite them in to look at my garden. Gardening seems overwhelming with a high chance of failure. I mean, it depends on your definitions of success and failure. Plants want to live. Plants are very excited about living most of the time, especially if they're the right plants for the space. If they like the climate and they like the amount of sun and water that you can get them, and they like the soil, they're going to take care of themselves, really. You just kind of have to pick the ones that work well, and the best way I do that is just trial and error. I just plant stuff, and then if it sucks, then I plant something else there next time. Yeah, no, I love it. Found enjoyment in my yard work at my new house. Just moved last week. Acres a lot if you're near a real city. Yeah, no, it would be like acreages are expensive even if you're getting away from the city. You have to get quite far away for an acreage to be affordable. Raid difficulty. We'll do mythic first. And I was thinking, well, what if I live in a smaller place for like 5 years or 10 years, and then I look into getting like I save up more, and then I look into moving, like taking that investment and moving into like my dream house, and then I'm like, well, how big is your dream house, and how much work is it going to be, and how much work are you going to want to do when you're 45? You know, like if you're just getting into it then. I know you'd love to have like mature fruit trees and like a pond and a creek and you know, acres of gardens, but like you're gonna get tired eventually. Love to buy a plot of land to build a hobbit hole on. Nightmare. Besides, I live so close to so many beautiful parks and hikes and mountains and beaches and rivers and lakes that I don't need to have all of it on my property. I don't... Pocahontas was right. I don't need to own the land that I land on. I can enjoy the land that I don't own, that is nearby and is being kept for my enjoyment. Can vouch for getting tired. There we go. Grew up on roughly half an acre. Only a tiny portion of it was flat land. Lots of hills in my hometown. Wait until you get old man knees, you'll be happy with 0.0001 of an acre. Yeah. Kitty, you're so sweet. You're such a sweet honey bear. I feel like you would also appreciate a fairly small place. I feel like you would get a bit, she would get a bit disoriented if the home was too big, just because it'd be a lot to map out. Sometimes she'll wander off into the living room at night and she'll give a very specific meow that usually means she's lost me and she doesn't know either where she is or where I am. She has a very mournful, loud meow that is basically, "Mom, I'm lost." And then I'll meow back at her and she's like, "Oh, that's where you are," and she'll come and get me. But that would be harder if the place was too big.
Now I see a future where the Legion is victorious and my people enjoy.
Anyone else salty that they put so much good stuff in the trading post this month? I hate having to prioritize.
I will do everything in my power to make it so.
A few guys that live in the city but have a garden with a shack where they chill at weekends.
Ensure the future of the night.
Where? Like they own it?
Come forward then. Let us speed you to
Quarter acre with a moderately sized house. Oh yeah, that would be... I feel like I'm thinking I need more space for gardening than I actually need. If I consider how much I've been able to squeeze out of like my little balcony, I probably don't need that big of a garden to grow food and be happy. Raised beds are also great. My raspberries are so yummy. There's a few more that I think should be ready in the next day or two. Hello. You leaving?
Time shifts again, and your doom draws near.
What do you think?
Time is... It's not possible. I was
15 to 25. I mean, it's only 10:55, so we've got like an hour and 5 minutes. So I will have plenty of time to do another 10 raid bosses. It's just gonna go a little slowly doing them 2 at a time. Maybe Goldan will cough up a mount. Bell, hubby and I have grown things like corn, giant tomato plants. Quarter acre would be more than enough. Our balcony is small. Yeah, you can do a lot, especially if you're willing to like interplant and do things where like this thing is growing through its young stages while this other thing is like is you know, flowering, and then you harvest one and then there's more room for the other one, and you can kind of like stagger and layer. I think they call it square foot gardening. I mean, they call a lot of things, but yeah, I'm sure no matter where I live, even if I had to live in a condo and it had like no balcony, I would probably just get like some more hydroponic units and figure out how to grow stuff inside. So it's not like I have to give up gardening no matter what. Broccolini over broccoli? Oh, broccolini's yummy too. Come on, Goldaniel. Goldaniel. I don't think I've ever heard anyone call him Goldaniel before. I love it. It's good. plant something you're super happy about, a critter or bugs destroy it. Or it just doesn't work out. My strawberries are a no-go this year. Hazel is a super gardener. What's your philosophy on GMOs? I won't lie to you, I haven't put a lot of thought into it. I like growing heirloom seeds because I like that I can take seeds from the... I just like that it's like normal. Like you could grow an heirloom tomato. That is to say, like, not a modified one, right? Like not even like a hybrid. You could just grow like a regular heirloom tomato, and then you're gonna get some tomatoes, and then you're gonna take the seeds from those, and then you could plant them again like the next year. You can... I like the idea that they're the way that it was supposed to be. I don't feel a strong need. People talk about like yields and how much food you can expect to get out of a given plant, and you know, like hybrid plants as well as, I'm assuming, modified ones. I'm talking out my butt a little bit here, but you know, they've been developed to create much more food for less effort. But like, if you're not that worried about how much you're getting, you're not trying to like meet a quota or like impress stockholders or feed 14 people, and you're just kind of doing it for the love of doing it, I'm okay with growing the regular amount of tomatoes that nature intended, and I'd rather it be a little more straightforward and a little bit less rules, you know? Okay, all right. We need to do this again. That was on Heroic? No, that was on Mythic. So we need to do this on Heroic, and then we need to do it on Normal. Illa Daniel too. Why do you try to finish the trade post on day one? For fun, because it sounds like fun. I want them out today, and it's true that I would get the stuff over time, but it's, you know, it sounds like a fun thing to do today. Sensible plot near the city, well over 100k, cheaper ones in not very livable areas. Oh, interesting. I don't know if that's really a thing here, the allotment thing. Maybe it is, and I just had never heard of it. Dungeon reset all instances. What other stuff did you do for the post? Well, let me tell you. I did crafting orders and profession quests. So that got me credit for personal crafting orders, general crafting orders, and I also did profession quests. The crafting orders were just sent to me by a friend. You can also send them to yourself from an alt. You don't need to actually do it, you know, properly. I did Researchers Under Fire. That gave me researchers credit. It also gave me loam rep credit. I did 15 pet battles, just slaughtering bunnies outside of Stormwind. I sniffed Mirret. I did a world boss. I put the disco toy down in Veldraken and also in Stormwind. And now I'm doing 25 raid bosses for the end of it. I'm going to be 50 points over. I could have cut one of the 50 objectives out. Poor bunnies, I know. I felt bad. I was using my Alarmadog, and then I thought, I should use one of my trading post pets, and I put Garlock in there, and then it just felt so grim to be like, Garlock, you take that bunny out. They did confirm the new Dragon Mount is supposed to have some customizable stuff. Oh! I want to know. I want to know more. Wow, head help. Grotto Netherwing Drake mount speculated to be customizable. Data mining evidence. Based on data mining, we speculate that it will be customizable. Did they like announce it, or are we just talking about data mining? Dragon mount customization options. At the time of this post, the players that have obtained it have been unable to customize it. We're speculating that will be corrected soon. I mean, I'm sure, but like, I just wanted to know if it was announced. Came over from YouTube doing mog farms. Doing a mount farm. I want the Green Infernal mount from Gul'dan. And I'm also nearly finished filling up my trading post bar in the Traveler's Log for the Grotto Netherwing Drake. So I'm looking forward to that. I've done 16 to 25 bosses. This will be 17, 18. We're just doing Elson and Gul'dan over and over again. You should feel bad now you've got me murdering buddies. Maybe they could be tied to the new calendar or Dragonriding races. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if that data mining looks pretty conclusive, I would be pretty more or less expecting it. I need to transmog that cloak. I also need another Aspects crest so I can upgrade it.
Now I see a future where the Legion is victorious and my people endure. This is the thread that must be preserved. I will do everything in my power to make it so.
This month,
Your death
1200
is sure
tender.
the future of the Nightborn.
200 extra on top of the 1,000 normal tender.
Let us speed
I want
you
the Sark
towards
Mount
your
so bad. It's so pretty. We haven't had one drop in our guild since the first week. We had one drop from our first ever normal kill. And we've killed it on heroic 3 times now and on normal a number of additional times. And we've never seen another one. It was just the one that dropped for our whole guild. Not so good luck.
Time
10 LFR kills, only have seen one person get one. It feels rarer than the Razageth one. It feels rarer than the Razageth one. I don't know if it is, but that's certainly how it feels. Guild got our first Lego drop. Main tank came under Evo alt for the first time. Do you have main evokers in your raid? And if so, are they okay? Do they need like a hug? Cookie? Several people out front of Stormwind Buddy killing. A lot of LFR feels the same as Raz. We have 3, they needed a minute. Oh man, if somebody brought an evoker alt to my raid and just got the legendary, I would consider main switching. Yep. Alright, you're the preservation evoker now. Here's the class guide. These are the trinkets that you want to farm. Good luck. I will be on a shadow priest. Guild's coming together to get our tanker Lego now. Got a day 1 LFR in my evoker. Oh man. I just need to not worry about it. I just need to accept the fact that I may never get it and just make my peace with that. It's not like the lack of a legendary is standing in between me and any goals that I have right now. I guess it would be easier to push 20 keys with it, but I don't need it to time 20 keys. I've already timed one of them. Maybe today I'll fix this tyrannical 8. Oh no, it's not tyrannical, it's because it's fortified. What's my worst fortified key? 17s, 18s. I've got a 16 in Nelf Lair. And then I've got an overtime 21 in Underrot. But the rest of them are okay. We timed Brackenhide in a fortified week.
And together we will watch your world.
Wonder if we'll see other D4 promotional rewards at some point. Yeah, maybe. I think it's quite possible. Felt like 10, 20 VPs. I can't get that portal. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be too worried about whether, like... It's just because they're character specific. If the portals were account wide, I would be way more excited about them. But, like, I have portals for Shadowlands dungeons on a priest that I'm probably never going to play again. I changed mains too much. I just don't stick to one character. So they just don't feel as valuable to me. Got Ultimate 20 time. That place is so awful. I heard that they finally nerfed the bleed on the Sethrak looking boss. I heard they finally, it's like 20% less damage or something. Just need Neltharis, too lazy to do it. I'm not good at Neltharis, I just haven't done it enough.
Is upon us. But first, I'll indulge myself
Gold Daniel.
a bit.
Would you like to give me a mount? I'll leave you alone after that. You're probably sick of me. It says I have 117 of 100 attempts at the green mount, but I know for a fact it's a lot more than that because I have not had rarity on even anywhere close to the whole time. 60 tender left. I think I have to go fishing. Have you sniffed at Mirror? Have you looked at the toys? The toy options have like some, if you have any of these toys, you can just use them in a couple of places and you can use alts to circumvent the cooldown. There's some easy little bunches of points there. I mean, I got a transmog. I didn't have the nether branded shoulder pads yet. They're okay. Did sniff checking toys. Do you know what that luminescence toy things are? Luminescence toys? I guess I can look in the journal again. Not off the top of my head.
We
must spread word of the Alliance's arrival. Post notice throughout the city that the reign of the Grand Magistrate
Trading post option.
ended. Inspire the Shaldori to resist.
It's not in the collectibles section. The Luminous Luminaries? Luminous Luminaries, it says on 7/13, so I'm assuming there's a micro holiday on July 13th. Purchase jelly jam, yeah. Good evening. I think I've missed a lot tonight. Good evening, Dorta. We're doing trading post credit. I'm doing trading post activities. I don't have them out yet, but I've just about filled up my Traveler's Log bar to get the new Dragonriding Mount that's available. I need to kill another 7 raid bosses, and I'm doing it 1 Gul'dan at a time. Well, 1 Gul'dan and an Elisand at a time. 7/13, oddly specific. That says micro holiday to me. Luminous Luminaries. GG Engineering has discovered luminescent creatures in the depths of Vashir. It's our favorite zone. So yeah, there's a micro holiday on Thursday. I never really do the micro holiday or like even the holiday ones unless it happens to be up on the 1st of the month because I just like doing trading posts on the 1st of the month too much. 40 points? Oh man. Yeah, that's rough. Oh, good Bashir. I feel like it might be fun to go back there for a holiday. I think it was just when you were trying to level there. And I mean, you could have leveled in Hyjal, but I thought Bashir was great fun the first time, but it's just because I wasn't in a hurry. 3 world quests away. Happy Canada Day. Happy Canada Day. I've got my moose shirt on to celebrate. Off to go see some sunshine. Have a good Saturday chat. Didn't mind Bashir. I liked that you, in one of the early quests, you're fighting crabs on the floor, and they use slap chop at you, and this was like 2011, so I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was extremely funny. I still kind of do.
The threads of fate that led you to this place. Your desperate attempt to stop the Legion.
I think it would have been cool if it actually made the raid down there. I think that's a popular opinion. I don't think. I think that's a pretty cold take. Pretty popular opinion, but it would have been neat.
The Legion's victory is inevitable. Every time stream shows it.
They just chat so much, mostly Ellis. Underwater raid. I have to imagine the raid itself wouldn't have been. I mean, we did remember Fishy Boss from whatever that was. It Tumas Argaris that had the Fishy Boss? Was that Legion? Oh my gosh, time goes so fast. I was at. Where's the Fishy Boss? Legion raids.
I will do everything in
was
my
it two?
Power to make it so.
No.
Your death
Eternal
is the
Palace.
future of the Nightborn. Come forward then. Let us
BFA. Yeah. Blackwater Behemoth. This is the boss that I'm thinking of. That was the actually underwater boss fight. Because I have this memory of being at like an event, talking to Blizzard Devs or listening to them talk about that, and I remember that was when I learned the word sessile, which means stuck in place like a barnacle. Apparently, many WoW raid bosses are sessile, you know, like Ragnaros style, where they don't move, and that's what I learned that day. I'm sure I also learned about the raid or whatever, but that's when I learned my new word. Remember people dying to the sharks? Oh, the sharks were hilarious. They were so good. Waiting for Blizz to flood Deepholm and have a whole expansion underwater. I mean, we had Nazjatar. Nazjatar was pretty cool. Right. Oh yeah, it's the normal skip that you don't need to do because your mythic one's good enough. All right, Gul'dan, 1 minute, please. This is heroic, so. Or am I on normal? No, I'm on normal. Did I do it on heroic already? I guess I can tell if I have heroic gear in my bags. I might have skipped heroic and gone straight to normal. That's normal. No, that's regular heroic gear. That's mythic. I think I skipped heroic. Oh no, that's a heroic one. I did it. Different planets, different planes of existence. It's time to be underwater for a whole X-Pack. They've definitely done a lot more vertical exploration just with how, like in Dragonflight, it was definitely, you're definitely exploring in more dimensions because of how up and down and behind the mountain and inside the cave things happen to be.
Will bow down and serve me, as will all of you.
One mount, please.
The husk of Illidan will prove.
How are your skulls doing? They look a little dry.
My master's glory.
Do you think he has to condition the hair on that back one?
And together
It's not falling off. Minimize the effect.
your world burn. Let the end game begin. You will not stop.
Yeah. If they do player housing as a flagship feature for an expansion,
Strike.
I'm gonna be
Sargeras.
the happiest camper.
Burn.
I'm gonna be the happiest bear in the whole woods.
I'll make ashes of you. Rid me of these pests. Kill them in my master's name.
Do we like my Drakthir?
Vessel must be made
I guess she's my
ready.
Drakthir. She looks fine.
I'll
Sometimes I see somebody, and I'm not going to do this, but sometimes I see somebody that's customized a Drakthir to remove everything. No horns, no spikes, no funny nose, no scales, just a completely naked lizard.
finish you.
And those are very funny to me. I enjoy those a lot. I get a big kick out of that.
No more
Been playing WoW since vanilla. Only a few weeks ago, realized the little up and down arrows indicate your relative verticality to them. They call those carrots, which I always like to imagine an actual... I think it's spelled like the diamond thing, but I like to imagine an actual carrot like the vegetable with the pointy end pointing up or down. Had to remove most of my Drakthir, so she looks like an oversized whelpling. Alright, one mount, please. Oh. No. It's a 50% chance. Yeah, they get the mount or you don't. Okay, alright. We got 5 more raid bosses to do. I'm tempted to just kind of go slam, like, something else, because this is... No, it'll be okay. We'll do this on 1 and a bit more characters, and then maybe he'll give me the mount. Probably like the accent in French. Ghoulish Daniel holding out on us.
At your service.
I'll vendor stuff later. That's a later me problem. Who's next? Druid time? Nah, I'm taking Inksy. I want to go on my gnome. Like the offerings this month? Pleased that I won a Tyrael's Charger mount during the Diablo event. Saves a lot of tender. The only reason I'm in as good shape as I'm going to be when I finally get to shopping today is because I already had a Swift Spectral Tiger Cub. Or just a regular Spectral Tiger Cub. I already have the pet, and I already have the Tyrael's Charger, because otherwise I would be real broke. I'm still going to be pretty broke, but I think I'll finally at least be caught up. I might not need to freeze anything. Or if I do, I won't need to freeze, like, anything expensive. Yeah, Inksy is 420, 423. So my Undead Priest is catching up. She's getting there. Look at her hearth. She means business. There's a skip to go directly to Elisand in Nighthold. So the skip has you do the last 2 bosses. I'll show you. You have to full clear the raid 4 times in order to unlock the skip. But once you have it, the skip works on Mythic. If you do the Mythic skip, it will work on Mythic, Normal, and Heroic. So you can skip on 3 different difficulties if you're farming for the green one. Only buy pets, sometimes shirts. Why do they look so mad while casting? That's what I love most about my gnome, is that she's very cute and she's also very angry. You know, I appreciate the incongruency. That's too much word. I like that it doesn't match. Does the trading post have stuff that's obtainable already? New stuff? Mix of both? Mix of both. This is the first month, I believe, that we've seen repeats. There's some things that are in the post that were available previously. Tiny but fierce. And then, of course, there's some new stuff in there, too. I have to imagine there's always going to be at least something that's new, and that they're never going to get to a point where it's only old things that they've already offered.
Post notice throughout the city that the reign of the Grand Magistrix will soon be ended. Inspire the Shaldori to resist.
The guards trample my people every day with demons at their backs. Show them that we are capable.
I wonder if
of
she ever
fighting
gets cross with me that I don't let her have the last meow. Next time I'll let her have the last meow. Summer repeats, which is exciting since I can't freeze 10 items. Contemplating rolling a gnome DK, naming it something ridiculous like that, but when am I ever going to play DK? What if you like it? You might be surprised. You never know what's going to be fun until you actually try it. I try to remind myself of this because I also tend to stick with the classes that I usually like. And nothing says that I have to like raid or do keys in all of my alts, but you know, it's fun to at least have them. You can have 50 characters. There's only what? Actually, I don't know how many classes there are. 10? 12? Raid difficulty. We'll do mythic first. How do you know she doesn't wait for you to leave and then just meows and looks smug? I don't currently have a pet cam. I used to have like a Wi-Fi pet cam that I could use to spy on my pets when I left home. I don't have one right now. My fear is that she meows sadly for me when I leave. She eventually settles down, but she gets pretty unhappy when I leave. And she gets very happy when I get back. So I think she probably misses me when I leave. Raid difficulty. Yeah, we're good. 13 classes now? 13 classes. 60 characters. That's right. That's right. They let you have more. But only 50 on a realm, right? 60 characters, but 10 would have to be on a different server. I'm not 100% on that. That's based on something somebody said to me in chat recently. One character for each spec. Yeah, so once you unlock the skip, you've got an open door here on the right-hand side, and then it just lets you get to a teleporter early so you can teleport right to Alisand. I promise HPL is fun. I'm going to try it tomorrow, I think. I think that tomorrow's stream is going to be brand new Blood Elf Holy Paladin. Probably a boy. Probably a Blood Elf boy. And I'll get him a name, and we'll get him a Mog, and we'll start him on his leveling journey. I don't think we're getting him anywhere close to 60 within one day, but we can get him set up and go try our best. Yeah, nice, handsome young lad. I don't know if Lightbringer has a connected realm. I feel like it does not. I think we never got connected to another realm.
I foresaw your coming, of course. The threads of fate that led you to this place.
Small shields and Blood Elf might mess up the visual. Even on a male Blood Elf? I guess so.
Faced a similar dilemma.
I was gonna say, who heals with a shield? But I guess H-Pals, and then also like Resto Shaman sometimes. I don't know, I'm imagining trying to set up, I'm trying to imagine a character healing with a shield.
Every time a stream shows it to be so.
She's turning it flat, she's using it as a cheese platter. She's making everybody healed by feeding them snacks. She's got strawberries. I think I'm just hungry. Two-handed hammer on a paladin. A paladin Mog is going to be new to me. I'm going to have to figure it out. But Mr. Nightflame, the shirtless, still 60. He's going to get leveled next week during time walking. WoD time walking is going to come in, and he's going to time walk tank his way to 70. Same thing with the two characters that are left at 67. I've got a priest and a resto druid that are both set up to heal, and they're both parked at 67 waiting for time walking again. I have some plate Mog. I think a lot would be untrue. I think it would be an exaggeration to say a lot. You know what sounds like a zone where a Blood Elf Paladin would level in? The Dread Wastes. You have the strangest zone recommendations. Why the Dread Wastes? I think I'm just gonna mostly level in dungeons. Healing via snacks is less insane than tanking by throwing kegs of beer and then breathing fire. Oh. Can I have a healing class that is just the guild mom And it's just like a Coltiran that's got a big old backpack, and she's pulling out sunscreen, and she's got a first aid kit, and she's got granola bars, and she's got, you know, maps and an extra battery.
Time is not possible.
Ready for anything.
I was
That's probably a different game. ETA in 1015? July 11th. July 11th. 10 days from now. I've gone the wrong direction, haven't I? Oh no, this is right.
in all the possible futures I scried.
True support. Juice
I did
boxes,
not
precisely.
foresee one in which you
Coltier and Bard class, let's go. Font.
Wonder, will you
Just said something that isn't Veshier to be unpredictable.
will you fail?
Did the Frank assault push me to 1400? Going shopping. Nice.
Nothing is certain.
I am unstoppable. My will is unbreakable. No more distractions. I have work to do.
I don't know why it's not as much fun to do Shadowpriest things in the Gnome compared to the Undead. It doesn't make any sense. I've set their bars up the same way. I've set their spec up the same way. This character has more gear.
I may yet.
There's really no reason why this one shouldn't be just as much fun as the Undead Priest. I don't know what it is.
Time to return the deep
300k gold on my random monk alt. Is that like when you find like,
darkness in
you know, $100 bills in your pants when you were taking them to put them in the laundry?
and like
Aesthetics matter, I guess so. And I love being a gnome, but just something about being a gnome shadow priest, especially with how far zoomed out I play.
presume to challenge
It's hard to connect with this. It kind of looks like I got a fly in my monitor. Hazel, what was in your usual school lunch during your rural Canadian upbringing? I would pack my lunch. I would have a granola bar, probably from Costco, probably kept in a gigantic box in the pantry, and I would get one of those and I would put that in. Some kind of piece of fruit. Apples were easy and usually available, so I'd probably chuck an apple in there. Sometimes I would slice up some slices of cheese and then wrap those in plastic wrap and put those in the cooling part. Sometimes you'd get like a little yogurt. Again, probably Costco, but those little individual yogurts. Sometimes I'd make a sandwich, but I was in charge of packing my own lunch, and I was not big on doing things. So sometimes I would just like put bread in and just eat bread, and or like, you know, pita bread, you know, just pack a piece of pita bread, pack a muffin, that kind of thing. So that was mythic. The undead one can eat her enemies. It's true. Might freeze XP my prot warrior. LFG to find groups to run old dungeons for mogs. Worth doing if the drop rate is higher, is it? I think the reason that people freeze experience to farm items on lower level characters is usually not transmog, it's for twink gear because they want that gear to be scaled to a certain item level. You can still farm all of those same instances on like at endgame by yourself, and you'll get just as much loot with legacy loot mode. So if you just want the transmog, I don't think you need to do that. Rain difficulty heroic. Bread sandwich, yeah. And my mom would make muffins, or like maybe there would be a piece of like, if she'd made like a lemon loaf, you know, you'd wrap up a slice of that. Stuff like that. $22 of 25. We're getting there. This will put us to 24. Had a thought that it would be less scary to tank known dungeons. Also, you're making me hungry now. I'm making me hungry a tiny bit too. Although I did have a very filling breakfast. I've rediscovered squirrely bread, which is something that I remembered from my childhood. I don't know if it's regional to here or if it's just something that I didn't see in the store when I was, you know, between the ages of 8 and 30. But it's got like nuts and seeds and stuff in it. More so than your standard harvest bread that might have like oats and seeds and stuff. But I don't know if that's just a here thing or if everywhere has squirrely bread. Can someone explain in a short essay what a twink actually is? Seeing the term, not really understood what it means. There's going to be a different essay depending on if you're talking about WoW or if you're talking about life.
foresaw your coming, of course.
In WoW, a twink is a character that has been set up to specifically function at a lower level. Their XP is probably frozen. They probably have gear that scales really well for that level. People talk about twinking in Battlegrounds. That means they might have found gear that does a lot of damage at that level, so they can just be like an unstoppable god in Battlegrounds at that level. People will also set up twink characters to power level other people, but generally it's just a character that's been frozen at a lower level with gear that is really favorable, so that they can be really strong at that level.
Do not allow my people to starve, to waste away without its energy sustained.
Never heard of Squirrely Bird. Lived in mostly the Northwest US, but also the East Coast for a bit.
Now I see a future where
Hunters two-shotting people.
endure.
Yeah, mostly used in PvP, but also sometimes set up in other areas.
I will do everything in my power to make it so. Your deaths ensure the future of the Nightborn.
Yeah.
Come forward, then. Let us speed you towards your
Level
fate.
20 that kills it in level 50 dungeons. I mean, it's kind of funny because the dungeons will sort of scale down, but like that level 20 character, I've seen this before, like a bear tank that was set up to twink in dungeons. They would be in the same dungeon with a bunch of other people, and they would just be doing 5 times as much damage, 10 times as much damage.
I am far less limited.
Power levelers twink at 10, basically just solo them. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting quirk. I mean, it's always been possible. Even back before like level scaling and everything was a thing, you were able to, there was just gear that was like really good for a specific level. So like a level 19 twinking in PvP Battlegrounds was a thing for a long time. It probably still is, where there'd be like a specific list of gear that's like really strong for level 19. And then because you would be in a battleground with people that were like levels 15 through 19 or 10 through 19, 11 through 19, whatever it was, you would be like much, much stronger than them. Yeah, exactly. You got it. You got it. I'm gonna be 1 raid boss short. Gul'dan, could you count for 2, please? What if Illidan counts? Actually, I feel like my math has gotten off. What if Illidan did count? Sad moment when you hit level 20.
So confident.
Level 69 twink bear for PvP in Kata. Get wrecking ball super easy in Kata greens.
Have you forgotten your humiliation on the broken shore? How your precious High King was bent and broken before me. Will you beg for your lives as he did?
Yeah, the life version I will leave to other educators of the world.
Your pathetic alliance will fall to dust. Your new boy king will bow down and
I'm also, if I try and talk about it, I'm gonna spoil how sheltered I am. I think I know, but I probably don't know. I am squishy baby. I live in a box. I don't know anything. Necessary for the Herald of the Titan's feat of strength. I'm still kind of dying from the boulder holder thing. when we got the boulder holder mount.
You will not stop the ritual.
Hi, Gul'dan. Long time no see.
For Sargeras.
Been lurking for the past few days. Hope you're well. Thanks, Real Marky B. I'm good. I can't tell if I'm happy because I'm doing well in life, or if I'm happy because it's summer, or if I'm just happy because I'm a happy person. I got a lot going for me right now. I'm lucky. I'm a real lucky ladybug. I have the best cat. I have wonderful weather. I can breathe the air. That's something I'm not taking for granted right now.
Must be made ready.
All of it. Yeah. Making me want to play WoW instead of D4, so if you could just stop that. I enjoy D4 while it's hot. WoW's always going to be here for you. You can kill Gul'dan for mounts any time of the year. I'm not in shadow form. That's true. But look how proud she is. Currently, you can't customize the new Dragonriding Mount, but there's data mining that indicates that you probably will be able to at some point. You just can't right at this moment, as far as I know. Had no idea the mount would be life-altering for you. I had just never heard that before. Congrats to the galleon mount, by the way. Saw the short. Oh, thank you. Alright. Is it time for another one? One mount, please. No. We need one more boss killed for the trading post, though. So we're gonna bump our difficulty down to normal and do this again. I suppose I can finish my... I suppose I can get my trading post mount. Check it out. And then finish... Well, I would need to do my druid and my warrior for Nighthold Declares, but I'm probably not going to do them tomorrow, so I need to do them today if I'm going to do them on stream. Drum rolls are back. What if, and this would be way too much, but what if I kept a tiny snare drum on my desk? You could just put a sound bite on your stream deck and then just hit it like a soundboard, but no, you need a snare drum. It's a good thing that I feel like I'm a patient person, because otherwise I would have gotten sick of myself a long time ago. It never turns off. I'm like this all the time. Do it. It'll be adorable. Way better when you physically do the drum roll. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you're right. Halo doesn't... Oh, no, it does work. There we go. Alright, we'll shout for it. Can you get a tiny snare drum? Would it sound funny because it's tiny? I feel like there must be like a toy. Would it drive me crazy to have an extra thing hanging around the desk though? What if I couldn't do a drum roll? What if I get a tiny snare drum to do stream drum rolls with, and I discover that I'm just an awful drummer? I'm just terrible. Sounds high-pitched. Tiny plastic Hello Kitty snare drum for it. You know what I never learned how to do? I've never really played guitar. I had a ukulele as a kid because it was like one of the things that they had children do was learn a little bit of ukulele. And I used to think that guitar playing was so cool, but like I just never, I don't know, had one. String instruments seemed very inscrutable to me. I like learned how to play trumpet, and on trumpet you're generally speaking playing one note at a time, so anything that involved chords was like a little too much for my tiny little brain. And I never did it. I feel like a lot of people would have just like an acoustic guitar just in their house sitting on a stand in the living room. And, you know, they would whip it out and play Wonderwall. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. 6 bounce backs, you get a hit for free. Hazel? Paradiddle stacks up with the best of snare drum dorks on YouTube, though, yeah? What? Best of the snare drum dorks. I don't understand. Focus in the house. You don't need to be buying guitars. Oh, no, I'm not buying a guitar. I was just wondering if in my future, like, post-house, am I ever going to look at my living room and be like, that's where the dusty guitar is going to go? As I've gotten older, piano stocks have risen. Question for you. Have played WoW since BFA? Base game or Epic Edition comes with the 30 days game time. I think that they should have it broken down into like a big chart of exactly what you get with each edition, but I'm pretty sure the basic one should come with the game time. I am 85% confident about that. You must buy a guitar immediately. Buying real estate, you're going to be feeling poor. That's probably true. You mean I'm not immediately going to want to replace all my appliances? I must get somebody big and strong to come put a new washing machine in for me. OGs have harps at home. Harps are expensive. I don't know why I know that. I don't have one. But I have this fundamental understanding that harps are extremely expensive.
The hero.
Picked up piano at 35, less intimidating than it appears. I had to learn a little bit of piano as a teenager because I, at the time, was a band geek and I was going into music in post-secondary, and you needed to know at least a little bit of piano to take any kind of music degree at uni. So I had to pass, I forget what level, but I had to basically catch up and pass some basic level of piano exam. And I remember I could do it, but it was hard for me. I had to practice a lot, and it was mostly just memorizing specific. Like, I never really got proficient. It was more like learning a language by memorizing a bunch of phrases. I didn't really have good mastery. I don't think I could have sight read anything. I needed to do something 30 times over to like get it in my fingers. Kind of want to start learning violin. Friend level to 60, doesn't have heirlooms. Going into Dragonflight he found difficult. It's just kind of awful for the first couple of levels until you get some gear from quests and world quests. What I would suggest doing is try to struggle your way to 61, or tell your friend to try to struggle his way to 61, and then check the auction house for crafted gear. You can get a couple of decent crafted pieces, like 316 item levels at 61. And then just keep an eye on world quests for modern gear, because once you get into Dragonflight gear, it's much better. It's just when you're first getting started and you're still in like the gear that you finished leveling to 60 in, it's gonna be brutal. Swazzer, thank you for the brandy sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Oddly enough, I don't really have any further desire to pick up piano again. I was trying it for like a hot second. I had some like digital lessons, like videos I was following along with when I was like 21. But I let that go. I'm alright. I don't need to be a musician. I can be a former band kid. Yeah, if it's their first character, that's true. If it's their first character, they won't have world quest. They would have to rely on gear that they're getting from either crafters or from just regular questing. Regular questing will also give you gear, but it does take a bit. You have to kind of grit your teeth and bear it through a little bit. Made him some Dragonflight gear by now, but he had 3,000 gold. Yeah. Yeah, it's just kind of a tough transition. It was easier when you had played endgame Shadowlands, because that gear lasted you a while, but definitely for leveling characters, it is a bit rough without heirlooms. Okie dokie. No mount. But... Alright, let's go do it. I'm going to Stormwind. I'm going to Stormwind right now. Only the Epic Edition comes with the game time. Oh! Is it worth over the Heroic Edition? You gotta math out. That's right, you're totally right. You gotta math out how much that game time would cost you, and then add that to the price of the Heroic Edition. And then I think it's like $5 different if you're USD. Like it's like the Heroic Edition or the Epic Edition costs like what, 20 bucks more, and the game time's worth 15. So you got to consider if the extra stuff that you get is worth the $5 to you. For me, it was. I got the Epic Edition, I'm pretty sure. Check the sword. Yeah. Being a musician could be your niche. Kill Mythic Sark with a flute. I feel like I've got about as much of a niche as I'm ever gonna get in my life. Yeah, Stoic Gaming, I did the same thing. I got set up with one set for every class. A mount, just not the Nighthold one. Exactly. What does a traditional Canada Day celebration look like? Moose races, maple syrup tasting? What I remember from being a young adult was people would put temporary tattoos in their faces and then go into Victoria and then get drunk. And just party, basically. I'm sure some people probably grill. A lot of people probably do nothing. Cottaging, fireworks, and barbecue. What is cottaging? You must tell me. Fireworks, yes. There were fireworks last night. They were loud. There was a lot of fireworks last night, and it was too early. It was too soon. It wasn't even Canada Day yet. Basically every holiday, yeah, pretty much. Grotto, Netherwing, Drake. So we'll have to try it. Oh, it's Dragonriding Mount. I can't get on it yet. We'll go check that out after I do some shopping.
Welcome. Don't be shy now.
All right. What do you got? I have 1,275 tender. I have frozen the Royal Swarmer's reins from last time because I didn't get that. I couldn't afford it. I have Tyrael's Charger already. I have the Spectral Tiger Cub already. I don't need another one. I'm not getting that. I'm probably getting that. That's probably happening. That's a mount. I need that. I'm not worried about this staff. It's not the Felspire that I want. It was something else. There's a sword. That's cool, but I'm okay. There's a war mace. Also cool, but I'm alright. Same thing with the shield. Funny, but that's okay. Helm. Oh, yeah. Pink sword. Pink one-handed sword. Those would be very... It's 200 tender. Those would be very good for Night Flame, but I think that's okay. That came back too. That was also available for... This is the staff that I wanted. The Sinister Felstaff. 175. But I'm going to see if I can afford it after everything else. There's also those. It's nice purple. There's a cloak. There's like a basic sword. I think those are recolors of the Exile's Reach ones. There's a shirt. And then there's a big rock of a mace. So I'm buying the Scorpion. I have 625 left. Oh, the Royal Swarmer was 800. So if I want that, I need to refund the Scorpion, buy the Swarmer, freeze the Scorpion, buy the staff. Do I want this? Yeah, I do. All right. I'll get this later. Take backsies. Buy this. Buy this. Freeze that. It's nice that you can take backsies. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And then I have 300 saved for next month, so that should not set me back too much.
Come back again.
You're a Royal Swarmer maid. You can afford both the staff and the sword, just saying. Yeah, I like the sword, but I don't think I like it enough. I think I'm alright. Hang on. First of all, I must check out my Royal Swarmer. We waited a whole month for it. We couldn't afford it last month. We saved up. I was gonna say we financed it, but that's not true. Yeah, it's a recolor of the, there's a bunch of these. I betcha, actually, if I turn on my Material Enhanced, I can get, like, a list of them. Probably under bugs. Layaway, yeah, I left them on layaway. You can only freeze one thing per month. I think you can freeze it more than 1 month. You can leave the same thing frozen for a long time. So yeah, I guess I could have left him frozen and gotten the Scorpion instead, but I'm happy with this. I can get the Scorpion next month. If I'm saying family, uncheck all, and we're gonna look at insects. Cure flyers. Yeah, so we've got this one that I'm on right now. There's also the Shadow Barb drone from Oldham, the Malevolent drone from Corpse Eater in Oldham, and then the Wicked Swarmer. So this is my 4th one. But this one is yellow. It's totally different and worth it, see? When I make my Warlock in 10.1.5, she can use that Felstaff. That'll be good. This mount is called the Royal Swarmer. This was trading post last month. So unique, but it's a bee. When you set your Hearthstone, it copies the exact position location you're in. Played for years, never knew this. Yeah, I never do it, but the best thing to do is to face yourself towards the door that you always end up at. I always end up facing towards the innkeeper, but yeah, you can like reposition your character. Oh, reminds me of a wasp, and I want to kill it with Hellfire. All right, Valdraken, we're gonna check out the Grotto Netherwing Drake too. After traveling to Outland and back, it's only natural these drakes seek out new skies. So I want to compare it to because the other Netherwing drakes are, yeah, much kind of fuzzier looking. I'm pretty sure I said this yesterday, but the other Netherwing drakes look like I don't have my glasses on. And then this one is basically the same color scheme, or it's similar to the color scheme of the Azure Netherwing Drake. So if I look at, this is the old Netherwing Drake that cannot Dragon Ride yet anyways. It's got like one big horn in the middle of its head. It's a little fuzzy. And then the new one. Yeah, a lot sharper. Because when I was first looking at it, I was like, is it exactly the same as the Netherwing Drakes? And then I was like, no, not really. I feel like they also had very, like, it definitely has the big fin tail, but I feel like they had very soft edges on their wings. I want to see a dragon ride, but yeah, they had like very, like a kind of a gradient fade edge in their wings, and this guy's got like actual, they're still pretty translucent, but he's got the fin spines and everything. Oh yeah. Woo! I think that currently you cannot customize it. I'll go take a look, but I think that there have been customizations data mined for it, but it's not currently customizable. Let's stop by the Dragon Barber. Does not appear as an option on the Dragon Barber. He did what the title says. I did do what the title says. Is that like when you're watching a movie and then they say the name of the movie? So yeah, that's got to be my go-to now. Are there a bunch of them in Veldraken? Am I unique yet? Am I cool? Is anybody going to be impressed with me? Probably not. It's been out for a while. Bet you I can find another one if I go look. Yeah, there's one. There's one. Oh, I almost disconnected. That's a pretty Draenei. Do I log in? I mean, I think you gotta. Do you emerge from your Diablo hole? I always notice when they say the name of the movie. Sometimes I think my cat sits on me when he wants to shed some fur and needs an assist. Mine looks like it's got shorter horns. I guess mine is, because I'm on a gnome, mine is probably just like a... Is it mine a hair smaller? Sorry. I know sometimes I get uncomfortable when people stand in front inside my character model like this. I just want to know if my Drake is smaller. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's exactly the same size. Is this a violation of somebody's personal space? A little bit. Yeah, no, that's pretty close. Why are you Gnome Dragon main? Oh, it's just one of my alts. You want to see all my alts? We've had an experience buff because of the Diablo promotion, and I have leveled some things. So there's the future gladiator, if we're lying to ourselves. There's the gnome. There's the gnome warrior. Draenei hunter. Big snail. Undead shadow priest. But she's only pretend undead. She's not a real horde. Same thing as this. This is a costume. Definitely not horde. Look at her name. Honeyplum. Honeyplum couldn't possibly be horde. Yeah, the XP buff works till level 70. Here's boy. He has a backpack. He has a spoon. He has a BlizzCon pass. This is my Kultiran Druid Barnacles. What's the helm on the druid? PvP, something, not conquest because it doesn't match. Honor? Current season leather honor helmet, maybe? What's the dress in the druid? That's conquest gear. That's PvP gear. I think it's just a recolor of the raid tier though. I think the druid raid tier will also look like that, just not in that color. She's also wearing a shirt. I don't know why. Your game is bugged. There's a horde symbol by some of your tunes. I know, right? There's also, I guess I wasn't done yet. I have a gnome rogue. She's got a little spinny dagger. Well, she's got one spinny dagger. I have to fix that. It's got a fake troll hunter, and then we've got 67, and I have a demon hunter now. Look at me. Woo! Yeah, Night Flame. Vengeance incarnate. He's extremely cool. You have to be cool to have the Barbie pink hair. Alright, I have time to do... I'm gonna save a couple Nighthold runs, I think, actually. The naked guy is 60. He is 60. I did one off-stream dungeon on him. I did a random BFA dungeon. It put me in Temple of Sethralis, and it took so long. Dwarf Mage. Oh, yeah, I should make the Palial. That's right. Eventually, I'm going to need a mage. I'm also eventually probably going to level Wormbin because how could you not look at him? He's magnificent. Yeah, I'll need a mage at some point, but I'm going to figure out... Do I want to use any of my names or do I want a new name for my Belf? If it was a Lady Belf, I thought I was going to use this name, but I think I'm going to make up something new. Unless he's going to be named Primrosy or Squidgy. We'll come up with something new. So he's going to be a paladin. Holy paladin. We're gonna do like... I like that one. I feel like I usually make Blood Elves like a really platinum blonde, and it's kind of boring, but it's just a pretty color that I don't really get on any of my other characters. Name the Belf Paladin Wormbin. Bookmark? I'll come up with something. It has to be my idea. I'm weird like that. I want a different hairstyle, probably. Also, is he gonna have any facial hair? I feel like they look so weird without it, but I don't really like beards. They look a little weird with it too. He might do like a little goatee. No, I hate it. I hate it. We'll leave him like this. He's got some eye color options. Oh yeah, I could give him like yellow eyes. I could give him golden eyes. I could give him purple eyes. He could be a high elf sort of. Wish you could do separate color for hairs and beards. Guy Belf, yeah. I think this is what it's gonna take for me to stick to one. I always delete them when I make the lady Belfs and void elves. They're just very, they remind me of wasps. They're very pinched. I need a little more room to see the Mog, I think. I'll come back to the eye color thing. Male Belfs have like no options. Look at this single page of options. Long, medium, short. Wow. You know, like, at least they have a few more hairstyles than they used to. He could be bald. The bald with the super long ears is actually very funny to me. It's just because his ears are so much bigger than his head. You know, he needs the hair. He's gonna have, let's see. Do I want any of the old ones? He's a holy paladin. He needs, I mean, is that the Kael'thas hair? I feel like this is very, I don't know. 2006. Name him Shining Head. He could have some big braids. He could have big old ponytail. Half ponytail. I feel like the latest hairstyles that are the best ones, the most recent ones they've added. The little braids aren't doing it for me though. I think we might have had it right the first time. Yeah, I think that's the move. Is it? Does it still come with a max level character boost? I couldn't say confidently. I'm so sorry. I don't know. It wouldn't be a 70 boost, I don't think. I think it would be, if it was still there, it would be a 60 boost still. Because that used to be max level and it's not anymore. What is he missing? Female Belfs have more options. They have like jewelry. Why doesn't he get to have jewelry? Yeah, the blue's not really doing it for me. What is it he's missing? Golden boy. Oh boy, paladin time. I don't know if I see people with the big braids. Possibly because we don't know what's going on with this little piece of hair. It's unclear how he's gotten that haircut. He does have large hands. I feel like they're bigger than his head. Yeah, no, that's weird. Headband long hairstyles give Tolkien elf vibes. Yeah. What if he just has a huge ponytail? I could kind of mess with that. I think I'm good with that. But he needs, something. Yeah, I might leave him with the goatee. Honestly, the ponytail's cute. I think so too. Again, he's got like whatever's going on here. I don't know how he got this thick of a ponytail without using the hair from the bottom, but that's fine. That's all right. Hands make it look like he's got poor circulation. Yeah, they are kind of a different color from the rest of them. The ponytail and the beard, yeah. All right. Speak to me, sir. Tell me your name. He's a holy paladin. I feel like he's also gonna have a really cheesy name, a la Night Flame, but in a different direction. That just sounds like a dwarf name. Too much. I like naming just random male names, but I have, like, every name is going to be the name of one of my friends. Oh my god, though, no, he can be Greg! Sorry, Greg, I have to. Name taken, no! Oh, it said it was available, I was so excited! What do you mean? It lied to me, it got my hopes up. Alright, back to the drawing board. Darn it. For some reason, I'm kind of feeling the food names, but they're not going to let me have any of them. But you have to try. You just have to try. No way. Had to try. Silver Kitty with a 25-month reset. Night Flame. He could have a name that's opposite of Night Flame. He could be like, he could be... I mean, Day Ice is stupid. He could be Day Ice, I'm sure. Can he be Morning? He could be Morning something, I'm sure. I appreciate the creativity. I'm not going to take a name out of chat. It has to be my idea. He can be... He can't be Starfire. Can he be Firestar? That's too bad. This would have been sick. Can he be Firelight? No. Can he be Star Soup? He can't be Star Soup? Alright, I mean, can he be Soupstar? I don't know if I want him to be Soupstar. He could be Soupstar. I'm not taking Soupstar. Sun Soup. You can't be Sun Soup. Someone's already been Sun Soup. My earphones are literally dying. I've streamed too long. Ugh. What do the randomizers say? I'm really bummed about the Greg thing. He could be Corn Silk, like his hair. Can he be Silkstar? He could be Silkstar. I don't like it though. Star Soup would have been this. Someone out there is real lucky to have Star Soup. I feel like moon names are more Night Elfy. Like he could not be Moonstar or Moonlight, I'm sure. I like the sun names better. He's a Sunny Boy, but he's not, his name's not Sunny Boy. Also, I'm sure he can't have Sunny Boy. He could have Sunny Boy. I don't want Sunny Boy. I don't want Sunny Man either. Sun Man. Sun... Being a boy is not his whole identity. Not like boy. He could be UVB, solar radiation. Alright. No, well... Alright, he can be Solar. Well... It's pretty good. It's no Star Suit. I don't know why I'm so attached to Star Suit. It's just an alt. This isn't my forever main. It's a Holy Paladin alt. His name's not Greg. I'm just thinking of different things that I'm growing in my garden now. Can he be strawberry? Could he be sunflower? Zzz. Stunflower. He could be Stunflower. Nah. He's not that stunning. He thinks he is, but everybody disagrees. Hey there, rutabaga. It kind of looks like a grant. I have one. Snake. He shall be forever known as rice pudding. Could he be Arboreal? He could be Arboreal. Yeah, okay. Fine. Do I want to XL's reach him or do I? Yeah, sure, I'll XL's reach him. Arboreal, I know, such a shame Greg was taken. I was so excited for a moment. It's the type of rice you use to make rice pudding. Granted, Craig. Solar was pretty close because I feel like he's got his sun motif, you know, maybe he'll have a sunflower. Rip Twinkle Star, you never existed. I'm sure I couldn't get Twinkle Star. Do I like Arboreal or do I want to go back and change it? Arboreal makes him sound Italian. Holy moly, still Abyss name. I think I'm just hungry. I kind of wanted to name him Quinoa, but they wouldn't let me. Sounds like rice. Sounds like it is rice. Daywater, Night Flame's evil enemy. Sunfire Twins, that's my evoker. Chad had some pretty ideas, but I like Arboreal. Arboreal would fit a druid. Because of the tree thing, yeah. What is that face he just made? Alright, I'm not going to guarantee that I'm not going to change it before next stream, but I'm not going to make you guys look at me think any longer. I am going to wrap up for the day. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll get Arboreal or whatever he turns out to be started anyway. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I appreciate your company, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.